Hello. Hello. I'm Trooper SJP. And this is the Academic Foxhole. How are y'all doing? I hope you can hear me. Let me check. Yeah, I think you can. Hey, Origami Shuriken, how are you? Also, Ice Bunny, how are you both doing? What's going on over there with you all? Trooper SJP, it's the Academic Foxhole. We are playing part 3 of Wicked Willow. And I'm sort of excited to find out if we're going to, you know, save the trees, which we might. Wait, you are hearing voices. Oh, I have, hey Scabinak and also Krellin. Origami Shuriken, are the things you're excited about things that I know about? Do I know what you're excited about? I'm just asking. So, I had a meeting. Yes, oh good, I'm also excited. Hey Volpez, so I want to let you know I'm kind of in a weird mood. I wasn't in a weird mood, I was in an awesome mood, and now I'm kind of in a weird mood. And I just need you all to know that ahead of time. Yeah. You know, I was in this like really super good mood today. I was like, oh, things are going well. Boo, ba, doo, boo, 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 right? Hey Escape, how are you? I was good today and made progress in my bathroom redesign, but why are so many bathroom things so endlessly ugly? You know how people are? You know how people are. People have interesting ideas about what they want their bathrooms to be like. Everybody's got their own taste. Yeah, so anyway, it was like a really good day today for the most part. And then I got this email saying that they wanted people to go to a meeting, a work meeting at my home institution where I'm not at right now. Like right now I'm not present there. I'm in New York. And when I don't know, some later time in my life, I am going to, sometime later in my life, I'm going to go and I'll be back. Like I'll be back next year. Speaking of which, I need to email some people. I'll do that later. They're like, there's this meeting. It's like, we need people to be there at 4 o'clock. And I was like, oh, I'll go. And I went to the meeting and it was emotionally tricky. It was an emotionally tricky meeting. And so now I'm like in a weird mood. I feel mysterious. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So I want you to know if I've got like weird energy, it's because I just came out of a meeting that was strange. It's a strange meeting. Is there anything you can do to help? I don't know. It's this thing, right, where my institution has decided that maybe in the wake of like all the things that have been happening, that they want to be hey Atomica and Paladin Hulk. Basically, in light of all the things that have been happening, they've decided that maybe they're going to go and like undertaking a process of hey TF, right? How are you? Oh, welcome in. They're undergoing a process of becoming. They want to do anti-racist work. My university wants to do anti-racist work and make this place a place that is anti-racist. And so, in order to do that, they're doing a number of meetings where various people get together and talk about their experiences and whatnot. And this was a meeting for Black faculty, and I was like, oh, I suppose I should go. So I went. And like, of course, there were only 6 of us because my institution does not have many Black faculty. And there was also a person this was only supposed to be for Black faculty. There was a person who was not a Black faculty member there who just wanted to see what we had to say. And we're like, ooh, we don't feel comfortable with that. So the person left, and then we talked about what we had to say, and it's not great. It's not great. And that's just, so it was kind of like a weird feeling. Hearing people talk about their experiences and being like, oh, wow.
Somebody's watching me.
I always feel that somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Whoa, I always feel that somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? Thank you. Also, thank you, Night Owl Joel. Thank you. Yeah, so it was just like, it was a little bit weird hearing a bunch of people talk about their experiences, and I was like, oh yeah, those are also my experiences. That's disturbing. So yeah, anyway, I don't know what's going to happen, but we will see. The actual university, Krellin, my actual university, yeah. And Oh, thank you, Night Owl Joel. Hey, Night Owl Joel, it does happen. Sometimes singing happens on this channel. You won't know when, you won't know why. Well, actually, you'll learn when and why. Like, it's actually just pretty obvious. It follows bits, tips, and also subscribers. Like, that's when I sing. But then sometimes I just sing randomly other times as well. And there's just really no telling what's gonna happen. It is more than sometimes. What? Also, by the way, I'm gonna sing right about now, but I don't know if you hear it, but right now, the subs, the sound is sounding a little weird. Does it sound weird to you? When it said the name game, it sounded like it was in a, what do you call it? It sounded to me like it was, underwater. Like, it sounded like old-timey radio. Did it sound old-timey radio to you? I just need to know. Yeah, digital bear. Yeah, it was just this kind of weird sort of sounded like, yeah, it had a weird tone to it. But I'm going to ask you, I'm not hearing weirdness with with anything else. So I just actually think it might just be that. I'm going to have to check out what's going on there. So yeah, it had this kind of like early robotic synth, but there was just like a different sound quality. It sounded like there was something like there was like a pass filter on there, like because I'm using like a computer voice to say it, but it sounded like a bit of a high pass filter is what was on it, but I did not create a high pass filter for that sound, whatever. So I don't know what that's about. I cannot, and I don't feel like, the reason why I'm asking you, yeah, because it's not like it's coming from anywhere else. By the way, I've got singing to do, and you all need to know it's going to happen. But yeah, weirdly, let me look at properties. Let me look at filters. Are there any filters? There are no filters. So I don't know what that's about. Weird. I'll check it out later. And so we have a sub and we have some bits and these things. Game. Maybe it's just me. Hype train. And so the name game. Come on, everybody. I say now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B. Then I say the name. Then banana, fan, or info. And then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Should I just say Vo 5100? I should. Vo 5100, Vo 5100, Vo 5100, Vo 5100, banana, fana, Vo 5100, fee, fi, mo 5100. Vo 5100. Actually, I don't think I did that right. I think I did that wrong. Vo 5100. Vo 5100. Vo 5100. Bo 5100. Banana fana fo 5100. Fee fi momo 5100. Vo 5100. No, that's not right. Wait. It's hard because it starts with a vo. It would be easier if I just said Vo, but that's why I'm not going to do it. Vo 5100, Vo 5100, Bo 5100, banana fana fo 5100, fee fi momo 5100. Ooh, almost had it. Wait. Vo 5100, Vo 5100, Vo 5100, Bo 5100, banana fana fo 5100, fee fi momo 5100. Vo 5100. A frithial, boba frithial, banana fana fo frithial, fee fi moma frithial. A frithial. Vo, I'm just telling you, your name is hard, but I love it. I love the challenge, everybody. I love it. I think it is the best. Once that Mo Melon, Mo Mifty. Yes. Trooper, you know that Carl and I are the substitution for us, so you have to, okay, I will deal with the old grumps. I will deal with it. Statler and Waldorf, right? Statler and Waldorf? However, we also just got some bits, and when there are bits, we know what that means. As bits, I am going to sing the song "We're in the Money," as sung by Ginger Rogers from the film Gold Diggers of 1933, which means, hey Beetlewins, which means I'm going to be singing it in Pig Latin. Maybe Origami Shuriken didn't notice anything different. Maybe it just feels different because I've got these new headphones, and that's probably what it is. That's probably what's going on. I will now sing for you all to thank you for the bits. Also, if Frithio says my beard is looking really full, it is looking really full because I have not trimmed it because I plan on dyeing it blue, and I figured before if I'm gonna bleach and dye my beard blue, I should probably have more hair so that I have so it's a little bit, I feel like it'll be a little bit safer to bleach and dye my beard blue if it's just a little bit longer. So I have not yet trimmed it. So it's it's longer now. You know what I mean? But it's gonna happen anyway. And I'm also gonna cut it so that I have sideburns and a Van Dyke. That's all happening. That said, however, I'm now going to sing, distracted, "We're in the Money," as sung by Ginger Rogers in the film Gold Diggers of 1933, which means I'm going to be singing it in Pig Latin. And also, that singer reminded me of my ex-wife. She was also flat. Ba-ba, yes! And I'm going to be using my old-timey megaphone. And so we go. Also, by the way, we're playing Wicked Willow today, and the creator of the game, TF Wright, is here in our chat, which I'm super excited about. And so, do you all know the song, "We're in the Money"? Some of you know it, some of you don't, but the song goes, "We're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. We're in the money, the skies are sunny. Oh man, depression, you're through, you've done us wrong. Oh, we never read headlines about breadlines today. And when we see the landlord, we can look that guy right in the eye. We're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along." So that's it in regular English, but I'm going to sing it in Pig Latin. As sung by Ginger Rogers. Earway and hey, the anime. Earway and hey, the anime. Way up, gilly up, way up, way it wakes to tit, gilly young leo. Earway and hey, the anime. Hey, the ice skates are on his side. Oh man, did he ash and pray, ooh, they was stand way on rail. He ever need bread lands lay, bread brands lay, ooh, day. And when we see the end, Lord, we'll look at the eye guy right in the eye. We're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. Oh, come on now. Thank you, Volpez. Release my flying monkeys, then sing someone. Thank you. I just, look, I don't know about you, but I just feel like singing in Pig Latin's the best thing in the entire universe, and who does not want an excuse, thank you for those bits, Volpez, for singing in Pig Latin, right? Also, I kind of think that what I should do now, since Volpez just gave some bits, is sing it again, but singing it faster is what I'm thinking. I feel like I should just sing it faster. I have to keep my beard trimmed because I wear a mask at work nearly 24/7, so I have to keep it short. Oh, so my face doesn't look like 70s. No, I totally get that, Atomica. Yes. Earwigs are in anime. Yes. Has anyone played the new Aliens TTRPG? I've not played it personally, but I've seen it played, and it looks pretty amazing. I'm dithering. On the starter pack. I've heard really good things about it. Dot is running a game on that over on Unmade Gaming, and I think there was another game over on Roll for it. I've seen it played. It looks really good. Atomic says, "I've been mopey because of a lack of sleep all day. Your singing is definitely a pick-me-up." Oh, thank you. Speaking of which, I'm gonna sing it a second time because I got second bits, but I'm gonna sing it faster, and I'm gonna just see how fast we can go, because I feel like that's really exciting. I'm also turning off my backups from the time machine because we don't need that happening right now. What about singing it where you get faster in every word? All right, here we go. You ready? Airway and hey, the anime. Airway and hey, the anime. If we up, gaily up, we exchange again long way, oh. Airway and hey, the anime. Either ice skates or ani say. Oh man, did yes and pray, you three, you stand one way, oh. You rep me red lands lay, I've wed brown slay, you tay day. And when we see the end of the world, cause the eye are in the IA. We're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. Banana Fanofo faster. Yeah. Well, banana. Yeah. Well, actually, Friffiel, it wouldn't be Banana Fanofo faster. That's actually not that's not correct. Because if the first two letters are ever the same, you drop them both and say the name. Like Bob, drop the B's, Bo, or Fred, drop the F's, fo, red, or Mary, drop the M's, mo, airy. That's the only rule that is contrary. Faster, Bo, Baster, Banana, Fanofo, Aster, Fee, Fi, Mo, Master. Faster. Sorry, I just really love an excuse to sing that second part because it makes me super happy. And now it's like Animal Crossing speak. It sounds like Simlish. could be a little Simlish, right? So look, we have a giveaway today. Our giveaway today is a game, called Heave Ho. It is an indie game, an indie adventure game, and apparently the whole point of the game is to try not to fall. And considering how I play video games, which usually involves me jumping off of cliffs, it feels like a game that I should definitely give away to someone else, because if I played it, I think I would fail all the time because I think I would just be jumping off of cliffs. So yes, I am going to hand that over to y'all somewhere in the halftime, and we're gonna play. Hey, by the way, I'm so glad to be here with you all because, as you know, it was just a little bit of a weird day, right? But now I get to hang out with you all, and then I'm just gonna feel much better about all of my life, and so that's really good. Thanks. Oh wait, what I should say actually is, thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. My heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. That's what I should probably tell you, and I will. Thank you, Iffy. Aloy. So Iffy's gonna go and make us some new overlays for City of Light and Shadow. Y'all. Right before I start, I have to tell you something else. It's important. It's about City. My heart is true. I try. I'm a pal and a confidant. Oh, your heart is true. Your heart. Thank you, Krellin. Your heart, yes. Vulpus says, so Trooper, I don't know if you saw the post I did this morning about Disney and the writer Alan Dean Foster. People mentioned the TTRPG just brought it to mind since his novelizations are part of it. Oh, no, I have to read that. I've been trying to be productive, and I was sort of productive, so your heart is true, Krellin. Yours. There was something I wanted to tell you. Yes. You may have noticed that I did not make a poll for what the communists were going to do this week in City of Light and Shadow, and that is because some things happened which makes what they're going to do a little bit more directed. So they've got Schmelzer, wie geht's? Was machen du? Yeah, it feels so weird. The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. Or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B. Then I say the name. Then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time. And there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. But if the first two letters are ever the same, I drop them both and say the name. Like Bob, Bob, drop the B's, Boab, or Fred, Fred, drop the F's, Fo-Red, or Mary, Mary, drop the M's, Mo-Airy. That's the only rule that is contrary. Beetle wins, Beetle wins, Beetle wins, Bo-Eatle wins, Banana, Fana, Fo-Fetal wins, Fee-Fi, Mo-Metal wins. Beetle wins. Thank you for that resub, Beetle wins. Wait, and oh yeah, the Alan Dean Foster stuff is really bad of Disney. Uh-oh. Well, then I'm gonna have to read it because I've never read an article about Disney being sketched that I didn't like reading. So, you know, yes. It's Gates. Good Gates. Good. Das mag ich schon. Das gut. The communists are going to frown at the gang for throwing them under the bus, I assume. They don't know yet that they've been thrown under the bus. That's the thing. They have been thrown under the bus, but they don't know it yet. It is not yet information that they have. So right now they're operating under the assumption that they have not been thrown under the bus. Yep. We have the rights to sell your books, but not the obligation to give you any money for it. Oh, Beetle wins. That is not exciting at all. That's ooh. Disney has basically decided to screw him and other authors out of their royalties, saying since they bought the company that owns the rights, they have them now and they don't have any obligation to pay you. What? Why would you do that? I know why they would do that. Atomic says, my day's been super long and boring. Like, woke up at 2 a.m., work, it was normal, and now I'm just trying to stay up late enough not to crash too early and end up doing it again. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm glad. Also, by the way, you're making me feel better anyway, so it's also good. Mo Metal wins. Calories are on the union break for the next 5 weeks. Disney did make a lot of sketches. Oh, they're trying to set a new precedent. Especially, well, you know, they have been working that whole, what do you call it? What's it called? There's a word, Krella knows what I'm thinking. For hire. Like they've been doing that since the beginning of time, right? Wherein they would hire people to sort of create, like, and actually Disney screwed up, like, basically all those animators, right, from the 30s and onwards who created all those figures, of course, get no royalties because it was work for hire. That's what it is. In the same way that a number of the comic book artists also got screwed over because it was work for hire. So, like, you put in your creative efforts, you invent something, and they're like, thanks, we'll just take that, whoop, and then they, don't pay you. So the work for hire is a thing. It's a thing. Yeah. I mean, Instagram updated privacy terms that are also kind of dodgy in terms of rights. Oh, iffy. What are their new rights? I didn't even know what you meant because you didn't put up. Krellin, I feel like sometimes I don't provide enough context, but you still know anyway. And so, like, sometimes you just know, which is great because sometimes work for hire is oh yeah, it's super cauliflower. Yeah, work for hire is super cauliflower. And now Disney's NBC Universal. How many? We have, like, what? Are we down to just 3 media conglomerations at this point in time? Big majors, right? Is it basically the Disney, NBC, Universal complex, BMG, and Sony? Or those are 3 big? That's it. That's all we got for, like. I feel like that's probably it. That's how I'm feeling. Paper. Yeah, right? Like, those the big 3. Oh, Viacom. Is Viacom, aren't they connected to somebody else, or are they separate? Are they separate now? Are they always, like, I just thought that Viacom was, like, somehow in, like, I don't know, Warner Brothers. Like, you know how there's, like, a whole, you know how they all are. There's just a clause about we don't own your content, but by using our service, you grant us a license to use, create work derived from. Huh, Tencent. Yeah, but for music producers, how many do we have? Tencent, that's a good one, Beetleins, yes. Because I think if we go to media at large, we probably have a few more than just 3, but Rupert Murdoch owns Viacom as CBS. Yeah. By the way, for those who've not been here yet, this woman here, Tanya, is a witch, and this is her magic store, which is in a pocket dimension of some sort. And she is currently being our mentor to teach us how to use our witchy ways, but she also drugged us the first time she met us in order to teach us a lesson, but she'd only just met us, and so I am suspicious of her. She also wants us to do her dirty work, to go and like investigate this bank, which is sketchy and has now bought our university, for some reason, which I don't understand why, sold a bunch of the university that we go to had woods where there was a serial killer that I killed with my witchy ways, and the university has now sold these woods to this bank, and the bank I think is planning on clear cutting everything. So I'm just saying. This is also, we have magic. This is where we're at. I can tell Tripper is loving this game. It's on screen and it hasn't even been an hour. Yeah, technically it's Viacom CBS now. Yeah, that's crowded. Beat one. So she looks on the level and not secretly evil. She hates the banks. I'm on her side. Yeah, but she's sending us off to go and I don't know. I'm just suspicious. CBS, BET, Sci-Fi, USA, lots of other. Yeah, I just feel like it's a lot of things all together, Paper? Oh, I didn't tell you. Right. So the communists have got it's like there's very likely the communists are doing something next session. Also, things have happened. I need to go and spend some time, probably tomorrow, getting myself ready for what might be a massive combat. There might be a massive combat in City of Light and Shadow tomorrow. I don't know if there will be. There may or may not be massive combat. I don't know, because I have no idea what they are going to do. I don't know what they're going to do. The communists have the vapors? They might have the vapors. Does she hate the banks, or does she have a secret plan to topple the banks and replace it with Tanya Financial Corp? I don't know. That's the thing I don't know.
Yeah, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
It says that Janet Reno is the first.
Yeah, Janet Reno.
One moment, Willow.
It sure seemed like the Germans were looking. Well, Krellin, they're not Germans. They're French. They're the French auxiliaries to the Gestapo. They're the French Gestapo, so they're all French. Well, they've come in hunting for bear, and they have things they want. They have things they want, and there are some slightly conflicting desires amongst that group. The Krellin. Oh yes, the Germans. See, Krellin, here's the thing. You're worried about the Germans, and they may want the combat, but I'm a little bit concerned about Tango. I'm concerned that Tango's gonna just start shooting people. You know what I mean? Tango's in a space right now. He's in a space, is what I want to tell you. Speaking of which. What? I feel like, I just have to remind them about concessions.
Superb job at the bank, darling.
Oh, what? Also, here's the thing they have to worry about. This is the thing they have to worry about. Anybody can concede before the dice are rolled, right? I'm sure they're going to want to kill those two dudes, Henri Lafont and Crazy Pete, but they can concede if it's not going well for them. They can get out of there, and that will leave them alive and a problem. So, hey, Anino, how are you? Anino causes so much exciting pot stirring in the regiment, and so I'm very excited about that. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, these people, these thugs do not want to die. They're very overconfident right now because there are 26 of them. And so I do not feel like they're not planning on conceding anytime soon, but if it looks bad, they will concede. And if they concede, then they're going to leave. And then, yeah, so, I'm just saying that, yeah. You mentioned that at the end of the last session for some reason. Yeah, and I'm going to mention it again at the beginning of the next session, just in case. Just want them to know that concessions are a thing on both ends. And yeah, but 26 Frenchmen against 2 Germans. We've already seen this fight and the Germans win. Hey, I will say this. Oscar has got a stunt that gives him a bonus whenever he's fighting multiple attackers. He's a little bit of a beast. Also, as is Regina. We'll see how this goes. I hope everything will go out well for them. I had a surprise that I wanted to give everybody on tomorrow, but I couldn't get it to work out. Just logistics, it wasn't going to work out, which makes me a little sad because I had a surprise for them. I was like, oh, I've got a surprise for you, like a good surprise, not a bad one. Sometimes I give them bad surprises because that's what GMs do, but sometimes I give them good surprises. But logistically, it was not going to work out, I'm afraid. That's sad. Oh, the regiment has been such... Oh, I have been having such a good time with the regiment. So much. Regina, a beast? You don't say. Ooh. People.
But that's not in the paper today. Wait, what did Shadow tell you?
Enough.
Well, I've been on a total win streak lately.
Have you?
Totally won that story contest too. No magic either, just pure talent.
You're gonna talk about the people that died because of the electrical shortage? You gonna do that one?
Lame brain Lydia didn't stand a chance.
Again, I'm a little bit concerned.
Oh, I see.
Hey, why are you looking at me like that? What, was I supposed to let her win or something? I don't remember that being in my mission briefing.
What is this? What is this? What is this? Judgment. Whatever.
I already got our next mission picked out.
Y'all, something really important happened last session. Actually, a bunch of things. Hey, last session of City of Light and Shadow was super fun. Speaking of which, I need to go and put out, I have the next promo for tomorrow's episode, and I need to put that out after we finish our stream for today, but before Critical Role. I'm going to put out the tweet with the little voiceover and everything for tomorrow's City of Light and Shadow. Yes. Should have used magic. Like, people, I don't know if you noticed. Hannah and Regina kissed last week. It's a big deal.
You can't. That's not exactly how this works.
What? Yeah, they did. And it was like the first time they had ever kissed, because all this time they have not kissed yet, and it happened right before Regina's gonna run off into a sea of gangster Gestapo. And yes, and Sylvie also said that she loves tango. I mean, yeah, right? Sylvie said that she loved tango after Tango was like, yeah, well, apparently you only love yourself. And then like Sylvie like sang the song, she said she loved tango, and then oh my gosh. Oscar saw his ex and like noped out of there real hardcore. Like there was just so much.
Up. Just wait. ORW has bought the forest behind the school. Yeah, I don't know why the bad guys hate Mother Nature so much, but I can't wait to stop them.
I feel like there's something we don't know. Yeah, Regina's been Ice Queen to Hannah for some time, though I don't know how this season has gone. What it is that Regina doesn't feel like she can have love. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. She just does not feel like she can have love. And, right? It's complicated. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get that too. Yeah, and I mean, I think that I think this season's gone really interestingly because there's interesting developments because basically, I'm so glad that Luke was not there. I'm just going to say that because they all made choices. And I'm going to tell you, Regina doesn't expect to get out of the war alive and is living her life accordingly. And that is true. Yeah. Also, I was just going to say that it's interesting to me. But Hannah has been throwing herself so. Well, Hannah's not, I mean, let me tell you what, they have not kissed until right now, and they've been living together for over 2 months. So Hannah has been Hannah has been actually also, they've been doing a weird dance around each other where Hannah doesn't really want to make a move because she understands that Regina's like in a space. And also Regina told her that she was in a space, right? So like Hannah has been present but not making moves, and then Regina has also not been making moves. So they've just been in each other's space, not making moves is what has been happening, right? So awkward. It's just feel like they're just like disaster lesbians is what's going on right there. But I don't know.
No, we're not going to get involved.
Now what? What is that? See, this is what I don't trust about Tanya. I feel like she's got her own motivations.
What do you mean, no? You're not the boss of me.
You're already a target, Willow. Getting involved in this will place you in harm's way.
I'm curious.
Is the bank like a magical bank of evil magical people?
When exactly did we decide to stop being wicked witches and start being cowards?
What? Burn.
There's a difference between bravery and bravado.
I also feel like, Tanya, you have not been very communicative with what you know. So it's really hard for us to make informed decisions when you've not been telling us stuff.
But it was worth being brave to fight that bank. What's the difference?
I didn't send you to that bank to fight it, Willow. I sent you because...
Yes. Would you like to finally share with us your motivations? Speaking of motivations in this game, I was just thinking about her story and the terrorist one. I enjoyed those FMV games. I enjoyed those, and I want to play another one.
It does not matter.
It does matter. Ooh.
Hey, what happened to my superb job?
I don't like that she's not telling me things.
I spoke hastily.
Yeah, she's either evil or doing that closed-mouth mentor thing that gets surprised when Robin gets into trouble because just talk to him, Bruce. I imagine it's the latter, but still. So twins or MPD? I don't know.
You can't just give me that. I risked my life on your word. What's going on?
Seriously.
Unfortunately, I cannot say.
Why can you not say? Why can you not say? Why can't you say?
Sure you can. What? Don't you trust me?
It is not a matter of trust, Willow. I care about your mental well-being. The wrong type of information presented to you at an improper moment.
Not about it. Yeah, she's doing a Batman. Yeah, she's doing a Batman right now.
You're telling me I fucked up somehow, but you're not telling me why or how? And you say you care about my well-being. Until I get some more straight answers, I'm not doing any more Robin Hood shit for you.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I'm not asking you to go on a mission. I'm asking you not to.
And now she will.
Just sit this one out?
Yeah, I don't know.
Doing the right thing. It felt so good, you know? To feel like something I did really mattered.
Yeah, I just feel like there's badness here.
Yes, Willow. I do know what you mean.
Don't take that away from me. Don't try to make me into some scared little girl.
That's also not what she's saying, Willow. That's not what she's saying.
You said I had a gift and an obligation to use it, right?
She did. That's true.
I am aware this is not an easy burden for you to bear, Willow.
It could be easier if you were, I don't know, said more things. Like, tell us that there's an evil necromancer that's the head of the bank and that is looking to find people who have magic to, like, eat their souls. Just, like, let us know what the deal is. Tanya, come on. I'm just saying.
I know you detest feeling like a little cog in a big machine.
Well, I don't know if I have no idea what the story is. I'm just imagining there's some sort of, like, I don't know, creepster, like the president of the bank is, I don't know, Willow's undead dad. I don't know what it is. I'm just saying. Like, I'm just saying.
And I know you especially loathe being kept in the dark.
Which you've done quite a lot, as a matter of fact.
And why do you keep doing it?
Indeed.
It is all I know how to do at this point.
Then you should learn new things. Learn to do, like, expand, like, spend some XP. Get some communication skills.
I know I can't stop you from following your own
To
conscience.
manipulate you emotionally, says Iffy. Yes.
Damn right you can't.
Then go. Just remember to be kind, Willow.
All right, everybody. Just remember to be kind, Willow. I think this is about what's her face, pink cowboy hat woman, Lydia. Maybe it's about Lydia, or maybe it's about Tanya. Maybe Tanya is there. Maybe Tanya's twin is there. Something is happening. That's all. I'm just saying there's a thing. That's all I'm saying.
I'll be kind to people who deserve it.
So, how'd it go?
Well, she was not communicative. She didn't tell us the things that we needed to know, so there was that. And there's clearly something larger going on or sketchier going on, and she's not telling us, so that we're going to walk into a situation without foreknowledge, and it'll probably go really badly. And then she's going to blame us for it, but it's going to be her fault for not telling us, because we're a college student with magic. Like, Scabby Knack, something is definitely happening.
Hella lame. I was going to save the trees, but Tanya said no.
Yeah, it's sketch. It's sketch. I did want to... Yeah, so... Also, Regina's art was amazing last week. The way that Dot described the art that Regina had made for each of the people, how amazing was that art? Like, it was so vibrantly described. I could totally see it in my mind. And, man, if I had magic when I was in college, everyone would be sofas. Everyone would be sofas.
Save the trees? What are you talking about?
The forest.
The forest behind the school was bought by ORW. It's getting cut down tomorrow.
What?
Yeah.
We can't let that happen.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I said, but Tanya...
Said no, but what if she's doing reverse psychology on us? Or if she's not, what if she's doing reverse psychology on us? Yeah, I've seen photographs like that before of dancers, right? Like, I just totally, I want to see it. And I've got,
Who cares what Tanya said? We gotta go down there now.
I've got a lot of living to do. That's Bye Bye Birdie. I've got plans. Y'all, I have got plans. We have only 5 episodes left of season 2 of City of Light and Shadow, which is freaking me out. We only have 2 episodes. This episode, the next episode, which is a Regina's solo session, and then we have the final 3, and we only have 5 left. We only have 5 left, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But I have one thing I know is going to happen, because the logistics all worked out, and I've got a thing that's going to happen on the season finale, and I've got another thing that I think will happen, but I'm not certain. It depends on what the players do. I mean, it's going to happen the thing is going to happen in the world. Well, depending on what happens tomorrow. I mean, there's a thing that, as far as I know, is going to happen in the world, but could go really badly tomorrow, and the thing may not happen in the world. But even if it does happen in the world, it may not happen on screen. I don't know. We're gonna find out what happens. There's just stuff going on. There's just stuff. Yeah, if they all die tomorrow, then certain things won't happen. Clearly, right? Yeah. What if they all die tomorrow? Is a really good question, because here's the thing: there are 26 bad guys. 6 outside the bar, 20 inside the bar. And 2 of those bad guys are like full on bad guys. They're not like rando Gestapo thugs, French Gestapo thugs, who are a little bit easier to kill. Like the other folks, they're not that hard to kill. Do you know what I mean? Like they're not that bad. But the problem is there's a lot of them, and they're gonna get gang up bonuses. So I'll be using mob rules for everybody who's a thug, and I'm going to break them up into four mobs of 6, and then the 2 guys, Henri Lafont and Crazy Pete, Pierrot Le Fou. So that'll be like 4 mobs of 6, 1 on the outside, 3 on the inside, and then those 2 big goons, those 2 big dudes, and you get a gang up bonus. When you're a mob, you get a mob bonus is what you get. Hey, monster! 650. They'll probably all pick each other to go next too. They might, and then that'll be a whole bunch of the bad guys all going at once. And so like these guys, these mobs, I've got to check my stats, but they probably only have a fight or a shoot of 2, something like that. That's probably what they have because they're pretty low level. But if you're in a mob, you get a +1 bonus for each other person in the mob, right? So that mob of 6 people is going to be shooting at a 7 if they shoot someone. So that they're going to be shooting at a 7 when they go to shoot people. And a 7's a lot. 7's a lot. I mean, they've got fate points, and so they can work on that, and they can maybe do stuff, but they're gonna have to. And now, for every person they take out of the mob, and those mobs don't have lots of. They're easy to sort of to take out because they're like scrubs. Do you know what I mean? Like they're not well-trained people. They're just like these auxiliaries they got picked up. They're like little gangsters and whatnot. So they're not too hard to take out. And every person you take out will lower what their skill level is. So there's that. But I'm just trying to tell you that like, and also I have 7 fate points. As the GM, I have 7 fate points because I have 4 for them and then 3 for my last concession when Crazy Pete left and conceded. So I have 3 fate points. So I have 7 fate points, and there's a lot of them. And I don't know what they're going to do, is what I'm trying to tell you. But Crazy Pete has no, actually, Corellin, he only has his 2 filled, and he only got his 2 filled. It wasn't a 6, it was a 2, and that 2 is now healed. That 2 because he got that 2 weeks ago, so he did not get a 6. It was our Tango did not roll well enough to give him more. So he only got his 2. Yes, and they turned down a few last session. Yep, and I'll offer them more. They can always offer me more. Yeah, so our Crazy Pete no longer has that condition. Like his face is messed up, but it is not compellable.
I didn't know you were such an environmentalist.
Oh, screw that heavy stuff, Willow. There's a reason we got to save those trees. It's the key to making me human again.
Oh. Interesting.
What? Is that supposed to be a joke?
No.
Here's the joke, me being a cat forever.
Interesting.
Willow, we have to do this.
Interesting. How old do you think this cat is when he turns into a human? Do you think he's Wilfred Brimley? How old do you think? No, do you think he's like Michael Caine? Do you think he's in his 50s?
Let's ask Tanya if... Damn, the door isn't opening.
We can't wait. We have to go now, Willow, please.
Mid-60s, mid-40s.
Don't let me end up like this permanently. That's just what Tanya wants.
Okay, there's stuff going on here right now. What is going on here? Also, why are you a cat?
What? Why would she want that?
What did you do?
Tanya thought it would be easier for me to help you as a cat.
Is that true? If that's true, that's sketchy. Like, I have some follow-up questions, Shadow. Did you do anything wrong? Did you do anything that would prompt her to turn you into a cat? Or was she just like, you know what? I feel like I want you to go and help her, and it'll be easier if you're a cat. Bam, you're a cat. Like, what's the dynamic here? I'm Shadow Cat. No, I want to know, like, what's the situation here?
Promised after all this was over she'd help me, but...
Like, were you cursed because you did something? Or were you just wandering around being, like, a regular person, and then she was just like, I will curse you because I'm evil? Like, I just want to know what's up.
We'll take a look, but we gotta be careful, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, why exactly do we need to save the forest to turn you back into...
You know how your power's always got a luck cost,
Sure.
a karma price?
Yeah.
Well, Tanya figured out one way to balance that out was to do something good and selfless right beforehand, like saving the forest. That way...
Wait a minute. So, Tanya says if you do something really good, then you can do some kind of messed up thing. What is going on here?
That doesn't make sense.
It makes sense, but I want to know what she did.
I've tried to do selfless things before, and things still got all fucked up.
I really liked that line reading. I thought that was good.
What are you saying?
Well, you just said Tanya's not to be trusted. I mean, she already tricked me just to teach me a lesson, right?
That's true. I'm there.
Maybe she just said that to give you false hope. Maybe there's a risk of fucking this up no matter what we do.
That's also true. The Good Place taught me that if you do a good thing for the reward, it doesn't count. I really enjoyed The Good Place, but I haven't seen the final 2 seasons. I think I've only seen season 1 and 2, and I need to see the last 2 because I enjoyed that very much. Also, gang, I'm really worried about tomorrow in the City of Light and Shadow. I'm really worried about what they're going to do. I'm really worried that Tango's just going to start shooting people and then it's all going to explode. I don't know what's going to happen. I just don't know. But I'm worried. Also, I'm worried because there's a entire... The Good Place is one of my favorite shows. It's so good. TF Right, it's so good. I'm just also a little bit worried because they have an entire bar full of rich, famous celebrities. And also some people who have snuck into the country and shouldn't be there. There are people... Like, Helene Weigel should not be in Paris right now. She's there secretly for this play. And there are some other people who are there secretly for this play. And also, I mean, it's just... I did not tell them to invite those people back to an after party. That was all them. But now I knew that the Gestapo were going to attack them once we got, like, I knew that was going to happen. Like, I knew it. Like, I knew that was going to happen because the Gestapo has been planning this, the French Gestapo. I just didn't know they were going to have an entire bar full of people and stuff. So I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't know. I'm very excited to find out, though. I didn't realize theater could be so punk rock. Oh yeah. Season 3 is a trip and season 4 is a good capstone. Oh, I really want to see it. Yeah, no. Theater is super punk rock. Theater is super punk rock. There's such amazing punk rock traditions in theater that is just like, mwah.
And on the other hand, if we do nothing, I'm a cat forever. I am willing to take a risk, Willow.
They're all drugged and drunk.
And hey, you're a hippie, right? Can you really resist saving the trees?
Well, you got me there, but
Mm,
we gotta have a plan.
That is true.
I can't just go running in there and launch a fireball at them, right?
That is also true, because that won't... Punk rock? Jesus Christ Superstar? Yeah, actually, there's like Hair was pretty punk rock. Jesus Christ Superstar was pretty punk rock. Like a bunch of 1920s theater was pretty punk rock as well. The Theater of Cruelty, the Living Theater. Oh, like the Living Theater over New York, super punk rock. My dad got to see one of their performances when they were still, like, when like the founders were still there in the 70s, and it was like, you know, madness. Theater's pretty communistic, and there's nothing more punk than communism. Yeah, Brecht too. Brecht is super punk rock. Yeah. Brecht was also a communist. Right, good old German.
Only you can cause forest fires, right?
No. Oh.
Right. If only the trees could fight back.
Oh, we have a checkpoint, everybody. We have a checkpoint.
Wait, that's it! I can make the trees come to life for a bit. Defend themselves.
No, that's a bad idea. Don't do that one. Willow. Paradox.
Maybe you could turn them into monsters. Gobble up them loggers.
No, that's Paradox. Don't do it.
That would be very Wicked Witch. I love it.
No, don't do that one.
Glad you're here instead of Avery. I'm sure he'd want you to chain yourself to a tree like some hippie.
That could work.
That's actually not a bad idea either.
Mm-hmm.
That would get them to stop without hurting them.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right, Avery would certainly like that.
And you could recruit Avery and have more people tuning themselves to trees.
You think the safe bet is chaining yourself to a tree and standing in front of a chainsaw? Oh, come on, Willow.
Hexus is just a paradox spirit. I'm sorry that the show Matador is Danish only. Played by Tim Curry in not a very good movie. Coldrake, you just said killer trees. And that made me think of two things simultaneously because that's how my mind works. I have multi-threading. One, in Order of the Stick, the dwarf, the webcomic, the dwarf is like sort of convinced that trees are evil. Speaking of which, I'm not caught up on Order of the Stick, and I should do that. And the second thing, of course, is made me think of, because Krellin just said not in a very good movie, so those things all together made me think of the film Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. If you
just want to do the theatrics of tying yourself up, eh? Let's just do the spell.
No, that's why we just killed 10 people. I remember that cartoon. No, it was a movie first. Nino, there was a live action movie before there was a cartoon from the 70s, I think. I think it's a 70s movie. Nino, if you've not seen the live action from the 70s film, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, I was going to say I would recommend it, but I'm not going to say I recommend it because that would be complicated. But what I'm trying to tell you is that there are people, and then there are little shots of actual tomatoes rolling down the street, and then people screaming, and then like tomatoes flying at people, and then them on the ground with like tomato everywhere. It's not blood, it's tomato juice because they've been killed by the killer tomatoes. And then the killer tomatoes get larger and larger, right? And then like you have these like giant tomatoes rolling down the street. There's a lot of tomatoes rolling down the street and killing people. And then I think there was like a scene where somebody's in a kitchen and like there's like cooking dinner or whatever, and like the tomatoes like creeping along. Anyway, I'm just trying to tell you, you may want to watch it.
The spell would be safer for me, and probably for the forest too, but more dangerous to the loggers.
It's been almost a year since I've checked in the Outdoors. You have to check it. It's like an actual facepalm movie. There are never killer cherry tomatoes, but there should be. Ooh, yeah. 78. I'm just saying that like that's a movie that if you wanted to see it, you could see it. There were a number of really interesting B movies in the late 70s.
Shadow's saying do the spell. Avery would tell me to do the protest.
Oh, yeah. But thank goodness we had Buckaroo Banzai and his group to protect us from those rolling fruit, not fruit. Yes. Buckaroo Banzai, I missed that one.
And of course, Tanya told me this might not go well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. This is a tough one.
I don't actually think this one is that tough, actually. And do you remember that one of the characters in the cartoon was a tomato transformed to a human who had rather large tomatoes? Yeah, we're going to chain ourselves to the tree and protest, by the way, because we just got off of doing a spell to save Avery that killed 10 people. And I really feel like animating all the trees is probably exactly what Tanya would not want me to do. If there is some sort of evil person that's like following me, I feel like big gross magic would be too much. So we're going to just chain ourselves to the tree and protest. That's what we're going to do.
I don't want to risk using magic if I don't have to.
That's what we're going to do. This is our plan.
And we don't. I'm going to do the protest and tie myself to a tree.
Make them killer zombie trees. No, I just feel like that might be a really bad idea. I just feel like it would be a bad idea. Soylent Green is people. God damn you actually did it. Soylent Green is...
Okay, but I can't go to Tanya to bail you out if things go tits up.
Mm-hmm.
You really think, just because we're not following her little plan, she's just going to let us...
Yeah, Willow. That's exactly what I'm saying. She wants it the way she wants it.
I've got suspicions about everybody except for Avery. I have no suspicions of Avery, but I have suspicions about everybody else.
We were on our own the second you decided to help me.
You're being very overdramatic, Shadow. That's all I'm saying.
You might have mentioned that at the time.
Don't worry about it.
Better late than never, right?
Yeah, you too. You're another one who doesn't tell me things when I need to know them.
I can't exactly ask for your help to chain me up. Let's go get Avery.
Good idea. Avery is now the living undead.
Oh, Willow, this is so exciting.
Hey, Avery, how are you doing?
I mean, when I first mentioned the forest, I never thought that you...
What?
Well, then you thought wrong, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
This is something I've always dreamed of doing. I just wish I was as brave as you.
Well, we could tie each other up. Ooh, phrasing.
Just to make sure they don't actually run me over.
Also, why don't you get more students? If like, look, okay. I just want to bring up something. Willow, also Avery, you're at a university, right? You're at a college. Presumably that college has an environmental activist student club. Why don't you get a hold of them and have them also chain themselves up to trees, and then also get the media? Like, I feel like what you probably want to do here is have multiple people in multiple parts of the forest all chained to trees, and you want to get the media involved so that, like, people know that there's a protest. Like, I feel like you've not thought this through, but I also feel like it's probably still better than the killer trees, which, again, probably not a good choice.
Sure.
No, Beetlewinds, he was allergic to this one particular plant, but I think he's okay now. Yes, that's right. Yes. Again, I'm just saying.
Willow, they're not stopping.
Well, okay. Here we go. Again, why did you not have more friends with you? More friends you needed. Killer Trees is a Poison Ivy movie. People.
Good time for a fireball, Willow.
Nope. You should have more people. Newsflash, 2 university students found dead. Police report they seem to have been chained to some trees and no one noticed for 2 months. Yeah, but Willow was always going to look back on this day and think I could have made killer trees. That's probably true.
That's a last resort, Shadow. Besides, won't the gas in the machines make them explode?
Let's see.
Wait, that's it. Just get rid of the gas.
Okay.
Gas?
A more subtle, magical plan is good.
Just empty the tanks of their equipment.
That's fair. A fireball to burn the forest down to protect the forest. Yes.
Willow, they're not listening to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See, this is what I want, right? Here's what I'm trying to tell you. Subterfuge. Sabotage. Want a little sabotage. Like short out their engines, and you're like, oh, so weird. You know what I mean? Rather than like giant killer walking trees.
They're getting up and leaving. Willow, wouldn't you know it? We ran out of gas just in the nick of time.
Yes.
Pretty lucky, hey?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I agree, Willow. Seems like your bad luck streak is broken.
I don't know about that. There's gonna be some cost.
No curse, no side effect.
Nah, you're speaking too soon. You are getting ahead of yourself.
Hey, don't jinx it. We're not out of the woods. So to speak.
That's a good one.
I have concerns.
So, now that this is out of the way...
This is where something explodes. Something bad's gonna happen right now. If I press the enter key to move forward, this is where badness happens. I just want you to know it. Can only reverse without gas. Newsflash, small town next to university experienced a deluge of diesel fuel, sending many to the hospital and killing all the trees and lawns for 2 square miles. Coldrake, this is what I'm saying. Paper tomorrow, 2,000 children drowned in unexpected gasoline flood.
And your powers are all warmed up. Time for me to get what I want. Hey? Should be easy.
I don't know. What if you're a serial killer, Shadow?
Oh, come on, Shadow. Just because I shut down those bulldozers doesn't mean I can just snap my fingers and turn you back into a person.
Especially with some kind of weird curse, you know?
Sure you can.
I don't know about that.
There might be risks.
Yeah.
The last time, I'm okay with risk. I'm already a cat. How much further could I go?
I don't know. I don't know about all this. I got a bad feeling.
Just get on with it, Willow.
No, I don't feel, I'm not feeling it right now. If the forest is safe for now, that means we can turn you back tomorrow, right?
All right. Here it
No,
goes.
no, I don't like it.
Let's turn you into...
No, don't do it. I don't like it. No. Turn him into a dinosaur. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, everybody at City of Light and Shadows. I don't know what's gonna happen. Are people gonna die? Even if... Here's the thing. Willow tries to transform Shadow. Freddy take up his collar. Newsflash. Man-cat found dead. Look, I don't know how to say this. I have tried to be clear, but this is the French Gestapo. They can kill people while walking down the street and nobody does anything about it. They are all hooked up with the Gestapo, and the Gestapo needs them. And I just feel like even if our heroes get out of this, I don't know how they're going to cover this up. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know how they're going to cover up I don't know what they're going to do. I am certain that players are making plans. I'm certain that the players are trying to figure out what they're going to do about this one. And they do have allies and connections, and I don't know what they're going to do, but like, this is bad.
Avery!
Yes, Trooper. Everyone who has or will ever live will die. Krellin, I had an English teacher who said that wasn't true. I had an English teacher said that he was never going to die. He has since died, but he always insisted that he never would. If you start with Regina and Oscar, it will be positive killing mayhem. Inside Bricktop, something's gonna fan. Well, we're gonna start with Regina and Oscar because they were outside of the club, so they get to react first. I feel like that's actually sort of like a fair thing because they have a bit of prep, so I think it'll be them, and then and maybe I don't know. We'll see. I actually think that the worst person to start with would be Tango. That's just what I think. But we'll see. We will see. Uh-oh. Avery's going to be a cat now, right? That's what's going to happen? Avery's going to be a cat?
Oh, this is great.
Willow, what's going on? Why are you so big?
Yeah, he's going to be a cat. Yep. Oh. So you learned the important lesson that adults can't be wrong, right, Trooper? Yeah, I did. I learned that lesson that adults can be wrong. That is what I learned. Yeah, okay, well, yeah.
Wait. Holy shit, you guys!
What?
Oh, this is great. I'd have preferred my real human body, but I'm not complaining, Willow.
Yep. Body swap. Me, personally, I can't imagine our mafia wanting to destroy the Bricktop staff since they are a major revenue stream. Oops. Well, here's the thing, Caldrake. Which of our mafia are we talking about? Henri Lafont has a different idea about what he would like to happen than Crazy Pete. Crazy Pete has different ideas about what he wants to happen. Henri and Crazy have different. Pete and Henri have different ideas about what they would like to happen out of that place. And also, there is the mysterious Charlotte Dubois, who is Sylvie's rival. She is out there as well. People have things they want. They don't want to burn down the club. That is true. Hello, Neo. How are you? Charlotte just wants. Yeah, she wants Bricktops. Now she has never had it because Bricktop had it, and then Bricktop gave it to Sylvie, and Charlotte wanted it and didn't get it, and she wants it. And if some people were dead, that would make taking over Bricktops way easier. And yeah.
Willow, you did this? How?
It isn't and a Neo, Renpy, right? And also, I don't know if you know this, the creator of the game is here in chat with us. They're here. It's very cool. And there's really great art, very cool animations that there's cool stuff. And I'm going to show you something. Neo, I'm going to show you something as well.
Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you. I'm a witch, Avery. I used magic.
Magic is real? That's your explanation?
Well, you are a cat, so yes. Patiently waiting for the garlic bread to be ready. Ooh.
This has to be a dream or something.
Yeah, there's TF right there, in chat. They did this.
Yeah, I wish.
There's just really nice small details that I love.
It's a dream. I never want to wake up.
Shadow, whatever. Speaking of which, we're gonna do we're gonna save because I want to show you all something. Well, I want to show Aneo something. So Aneo, check this out, right? Progress. So check it out. There's a progress map, right? Where we've got this map that's like our right? So we did the hospital, that we started the bank, the hospital, we went to the loggers. Now we're saving the trees. So you can then pop back at different moments, and they're like 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there are 8 different endings. Interesting. I wonder if this is one of our endings. Let's escape back. I'm really worried about this.
Oh, this must have been what Tanya was warning us about.
I don't know how she would have anticipated this.
Who?
Don't even worry about it. I had a Girl Scout fundraiser hoagie. Ooh, that sounds good. Hello, Tadkill. How are you? No, Willow, you can claim it was the cursed cat that changed you. Oh, I don't. Ooh. I've got some questions.
My mentor. She said if we went to the forest, it wouldn't go well.
That's not exactly what she said. She said that. Whatever.
Well, don't go running to her. She'll just give you the I told you so lecture.
I think we might actually go running to her.
I'm really not in the mood for that.
I am.
She'll say you're a total screw-up.
I don't know if she'll say that.
I'm not a screw-up.
I don't.
You know what? I can fix this on my own.
I don't know about that either.
Stand still.
No.
Both of you.
No, come on. Go talk to Tanya. I don't trust her, but still go talk to her. Oh, well, nobody's listened to me.
What? No way! You don't know how long it's been for me, Willow.
I don't.
But you can't expect Avery to.
Give me one day to be human again.
Okay.
Oh.
What? That's it? Just okay?
Put one of those, like, house arrest trackers on his ankle.
Aren't you going to mount some kind of defense of your humanity?
Like an ankle monitor.
I didn't know your cat was once human, but does his humanity count for less than mine?
Oh, Avery.
You're always such a pushover. Stand up for yourself for once.
I...
People. Yeah, we'll just change them into tree people.
Fine, Willow. I will stand up. I'll stand up to you.
Okay.
What?
No, that's fair.
I wouldn't want to be trapped in some body that wasn't mine.
Okay. You can still make killer trees.
If this is the only way Shadow can feel like himself again, then I can give him a day. It's the least I can do.
All right, let's just hope that Shadow's not a serial killer and runs off with your body.
I don't care what he says, Willow. Finders keepers.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Oh, Avery's less of a selfish prick than you are. You've got your day.
Oh, hey, thanks, buddy.
Speaking of which, I was,
Don't mention it.
Yeah, I was playing in a transhuman space game, for like 3 years, and one of the cases we had was a fellow came to the office and said, "Hey, I need you to find a missing person. It's my wife. I need you to find her." But it turns out actually what had happened was that they had actually body swapped, and then so the husband's mind is in the wife's body, and the wife's mind is in the husband's body, and the husband now in the wife's body is like, "Party!" and just like split and decided to have all sorts of fun in the wife's body, and the wife now in the husband's body was like, "I would really like to get my body back." That was a case we did.
We agreed you were just going to hand in Avery's paper and stay quiet, okay?
I've read too many body swap stories. There's a hit and run in Avery Shadow's future. Oh yes, thank you, Tia, for giving us the link.
What if they call on me? Might be better just to take off and have you hand in the paper.
Avery's...
You should stay. You'll make Avery look bad if you're absent.
Also, just try not to make him look bad when you're present.
I'd be more up for book learning if some erotic literature was on the menu.
Oh my goodness. Shadow. Focus.
It's not, right?
It is not. Shadow.
Greetings, everyone.
I'm worried.
George Orwell once wrote, "Mankind is not likely to salvage civilization unless he can evolve a system of good and evil which is independent of heaven and hell."
All right.
What do you think he meant?
Excuse me, but George Orwell was a socialist, wasn't he?
Oh, Lydia. Just go pss, 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 if you need him to. That's true. Pss, 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 pss. That's what I will do.
Right.
And what does that have to do with anything right now?
So, he was was predisposed to be against religion. Now isn't that right?
Socialists and communists are not the same thing, Lydia. You should know that.
Opiate of the masses and all that?
Socialists and communists are not the same thing. They're different.
I know she's probably wrong about that, but I didn't do the reading.
Willow,
Willow, psst. I know what you should say here.
tell us.
First, there's a difference between a Marxist and a socialist.
They can be the same, but they're not necessarily the same.
Second of all, Marx didn't use opiate to mean drug. He thought religion was more of a painkiller. It was going to be obsolete once the pain of capitalism was done with.
Hope no one's a laser pointer in the class.
Well, Willow, it seems this week you actually did your reading.
Oh, turn Lydia into a cat.
Well, I had a study buddy.
You should do your reading, Willow.
What about you, Avery?
Uh-oh.
You talking to me?
Oh no. Wouldn't it be funny if Avery were like 17? Wouldn't that be hilarious? If he weren't like in his 30s or his 50s, if he were just like a 17-year-old who drank a lot and smoked a lot. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Lydia has not done anything to deserve such a curse. I mean, they're mean girling each other, so I feel like, you know what I mean? It takes two to tango on this one.
What do you think about the nature of morality?
Uh-oh.
Why even bother with it?
Oh, Shadow.
Try to do something good, it could blow up in your face, right? You do something bad, maybe it makes the world a better place by accident.
So, Avery, you're saying you shouldn't try to be good because you might fail?
Lydia wears too much pink. This is an affront to all humanity. Hey, I like a good pink. I had this really cool pink polo shirt, which I no longer have. But, you know, I will tell you what. You want to know what I really enjoy? When I'm wearing a dark blue suit with a pink button-down shirt, and then like a tie that is either in the blues or in the reds. That's nice. It's nice. It's good. It's a good look. Also, that's just how disaster lesbians flirt.
Now you're getting it. Why make plans? You have to go with the flow.
Oh, this is not going to go well.
Shadow, is that the best you can do?
That's actually a view known as moral nihilism. And insofar as it is distinctly different than Christian morality, Orwell would have approved.
Professor, what are you even doing in this class? Who are you? What is your lesson plan? What is your goal here? I have some questions about this professor.
You got lucky, Shadow.
But that is stylish accents, not Lydia's I'll pink you to death. You know what? It's fine. Professor's actually Merlin in disguise. Also, you know, in the 19th century, pink was for boys and blue was for girls, and that only switched like right around the turn of the century.
Thanks for your help in class, Avery.
Just noting it. It's true. Because pink was associated with red, and they thought that was an aggressive color, so therefore, like, boys would want to wear an aggressive color like pink, and girls are, like, calm and soothing like blue. And so, like, it was like blue was for girls and pink was for boys. It's just a pink skirt and a pink hat. Yeah, it's, you know.
It's not a big deal.
Oh.
Not a big deal? Did you see the look on Lydia's face? Oh, priceless.
Willow, that is not kind thoughts right there. I'm concerned about you. I'm concerned about Willow's push to be mean. I feel like it's a bad instinct.
I didn't see. I didn't want to stick around too long and draw suspicion.
Where's Shadow?
Well, I gotta make it up to you. We should do something fun.
I'm very concerned.
Well, I was supposed to have my Dryads and Demons Club meeting today.
Oh yeah, are you the game master? Are you a player? While raking endless leaves, my mind wandered to the oddness of how Japanese equates white with death, while in the US we wear black. Isn't that interesting?
I say we go to a real coffee shop. Some place that has real milk.
Yeah, no.
You're a human and you're still obsessed with milk?
Come on.
Tell him I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh yeah, he's lactose intolerant. Just saying. I wonder how many other cultures have these color swap things. I imagine many of them do. That's just Willow's inner Dom coming out. But you need to like negotiate those things and have safe words. Probably putting Avery back in his body would be fun. Probably. Maybe. And no, Lydia will not stop inappropriately shipping. And no, I will not stop inappropriately shipping Lydia and Willow. Hey, you know what? I don't judge you. I do not judge you at all. All right.
Just stick around here, Shadow. I want to keep an eye on you and make sure you don't get involved in anything crazy. Why don't we try playing that game, like Avery suggested?
Oh, Dryads and Demons?
What do I look like, a little kid? Oh, I call the top hat.
It's not that kind of game.
Wait a minute.
Hmm?
Hubba, I want this bodacious babe.
Shadow! Manners! Manners!
That's my piece. That's Valerie Proudwing, Queen of the Fairies, Protector of the Forest.
Also, where's the rest of the group? Like, I feel like there should be some other people here to play this game. Party of 4, maybe? Willow and Lydia might end up being a version of the Wicked and the Divine. Maybe.
And don't call her
A bodacious babe.
It's not that kind of game.
Although, I mean, it could be. I did play D&D in the 80s. Turn Avery into a tiny fairy.
I can't hear you, remember?
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Avery!
I don't like having people get the wrong idea about my characters. I put a lot of work into creating them, and...
I totally understand that. Avery, I get you. For example, people think that my character in the Game of Thrones game, Maester Nymor, is plotting a coup, and he is not plotting a coup at all. People just don't believe me. It's very difficult.
Hey, it's just the two of us. It's not like, Lydia's getting the wrong idea.
Hello there, Willow.
Oh, music change. Suspicious. Lemur is totally sus, per the Last Town Criers. It's not a coup when you're the rightful ruler to begin with. Nymor. No, he's not planning a coup. He is not plotting a coup. That is not what he's doing. It's not what he's doing. Now, a usurpation might be he is predicting a coup. He's in the middle of executing a coup. No, he's not predicting a coup. He is preparing for all eventualities. That's all. He hopes there will be no coup at all. He also hopes there won't be some kind of terrible tragedy that will involve somebody dying and then somebody else having to step up at the last minute. He's hoping none of those things happen. But you don't know. He's just preparing for every eventuality. That's all. He just doesn't want to, he's just preparing for the eventualities. It's not the same as plotting a coup. It's different. It's totally different. Now, yeah, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. He's just going to coup with the flow.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah, and it's just now meta thinking. I think it's entirely possible, but by preparing for every eventuality, he may enable a coup. But he is not planning a coup, nor does he want a coup. But externally, right? Like he doesn't think that he does not think he's doing that at all. He's not thinking that he's doing that. He's like, I'm just going to try to make sure that everybody is set up for every eventuality. Like this way, whatever the truth is will emerge and that will be fine. Like he's like, I don't know who the drowned seawolf is. I'll just make sure everybody is like a decent candidate, and then what will happen will happen. It's just that on a meta level, and that's where he's at. But where I'm at is like, by making sure that everybody is viable, you might then unwittingly enable the coup, but that's not what he's planning. Yes. Hoping for the best, prepare for this coup I'm doing. No. And being in the north, you might have to chill. Oh, the devil, huh? Is that Hat Prada? Maybe.
Were you talking about me?
No.
I walk in the door and you say speak of the devil.
Actually, we're playing a game called Dryads and Demons, so...
I've heard of that. My church told me it's an evil game practiced by witches.
Oh. But here's the thing, though. They'll give you the real magic once you're at level 8.
Which
Yeah, that's right. 11th level, right? Learn the real magic. But I never learned the real magic. They never told me.
Is it? Well, only one way to find out, Lydia. Why not join us?
Well, at least we'll have 3 people then.
Shadow.
Yeah, I thought it was higher. Well, power creep.
Hey, Shadow, where's that cute kitty?
I mean, half of this is true.
I think he's over here.
God, this is so weird and awkward.
I'm so sorry for the awkwardness.
You know what? I think I will stick around.
Oh, that's nice. We had to work harder for our levels. Monsters, uphills both ways. But also sometimes, see, Coldrick is correct. Sometimes the hill was also a monster. Like sometimes you're like, oh, we have to walk up the hill, but oh no, it's a mimic. And then like you're just consumed by the hill. It's just terrible.
And maybe afterwards we can all go to Bible study together.
Or to a strip club.
Stop it. No. Also, there's no winning in D&D. Behave.
I mean, just kidding.
Thank you. The hill was the copper you had to get back to town to get to level 8. Also, though, I kind of liked that because you've seen me play video games, and I kind of liked. I know that people are not into it nowadays. They're not into it. They don't care about encumbrance, but I did like encumbrance because it was a bit of a puzzle, right? It's a bit of a puzzle encumbrance. Like, well, we got a bunch of stuff. What are we going to take with us, right? Okay, well, let's take the gems. Let's go with the platinum. Do we have a wheelbarrow? Like, what can we do? If we leave stuff here, people might come in and loot it while we're gone. Like, I actually quite liked the conundrum. Okay, how about if we dump our food to get more gold and then you have no food? That's a bad choice. I did like it. I did like it. It's not a puzzle for you, Trooper. You just take everything and walk slow. Well, I would also do that. But see, the puzzles, and can you put it in packs so that if combat happens, you can drop stuff? But then what if you have to run? But then all of your stuff is in a pack on the ground. Twilight 2000 was for you. Chromatic, I actually I kickstarted the new Twilight 2000, and I'm very excited for it to arrive. That could be as challenging as how do we kill this dragon. It is true. How did you cure all this stuff? We hired that guy. It points to a dude with barely an 8 string. There were what's the word? Hirelings. Rissa, I'm here and done with jury duty. Oh, are you completely finished? I love that cup of coffee you got there, by the way, Rissa. Are you completely done with jury duty? You're finished? You don't have to go back? Is that? Yes. Our characters are going to play dryads and demons.
Let me just get a drink and I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow, what the hell? Asking Lydia to join us? What were you thinking?
It'll be fine. Trooper, you were carrying 99 of the same bag of chips in Outer Worlds. 99! You didn't even know you had them. I should go look at my chips. Sometime before Saturday. I don't know when that's going to be. I'm going to look at my inventory. Or maybe we'll just do it together on stream.
The she's kind of hot. Come on, I can't be the only one round here who's noticed.
It was the butler, and he used the candlestick holder in the library. Oh, good. Were you seated in a jury? Were you seated or were you not seated? Do you know? What happened? What happened? Don't give away any secrets, but let us know what happened.
I'm not even gonna dignify that with a response.
Why is that, Willow?
Just play the game, and remember, you're supposed to be Avery.
Right.
You're telling me you remember. You're the one that just called me.
Stop it. I did not get to see the inside of the courtroom, just while I'm waiting.
Yeah. So, how do you play?
Willow, why not do the personality quiz? It helps for building a character sheet.
Ooh. Personality quiz, eh? Personality quiz character sheet? Interesting. Interesting. I did not, if she's here and done, she did not get seated. Oh, well, but actually, so here's the thing. I got seated twice in a jury duty. Once was a couple of days, but once I got seated and then they settled. Like once the jury got seated, it was like we were waiting and then they settled out of court. So they plea bargained or whatever. Apparently sometimes that happens if they seat a jury, then people realize that it's serious and then there's like a plea bargain or something like this. And so once it did happen that I got seated on a jury and then they canceled the thing. And then I was sad. Came to a conclusion between the judge and the lawyers. Yeah, just a lot of socially distant waiting in a hallway. Also, here's the thing though. What kind of personality quiz is this? Because I feel like you're just begging for like old school bleed.
All right. He said we have to do a quiz to help us create our characters' character sheets.
Are we doing our quiz in character or are we doing ourselves?
I'd love to get under the sheets with
Stop
my
it.
character.
Stop it. Shadow.
What was that now?
Don't listen to him.
We're going to do a personality quiz. As if we were the characters we were making.
Sweet. Okay, I'll do it in character.
Oh, I love personality quizzes. Can I help with the questions?
I think they're already written.
That's not really how it works.
Okay. What is your character's favorite part of the Bible?
Ooh, which religion? Are we in Eberron? Is it like the Church of the Nine? Like what do we like? Is this like Dragon Age where they have like a whole sort of like singing thing? I feel like we need more information.
The end.
Shadow.
The Book of Revelation? That's my favorite too. Of course, Noah's flood has to come in a close second.
The Book of Revelation is your favorite, Lydia? Acts 2:44 through 45. Still horrified by all the people wandering around downtown maskless or with improperly worn masks. Ooh. I'm always wearing my mask whenever I go outside.
Everyone drowning because God had a temper tantrum? Please.
You know, Lydia goes on about the Bible so much, I think she's faking. Lydia likes all the disaster.
What about you, Willow? What's your favorite?
This is not about us, it's about our characters. People.
Willow, please don't fight. Let's just use the questions I wrote down on that sheet over there.
Okay.
Let's just move on to a new question. Would you rather gather herbs with your mother or work at a forge with?
Back it up just a minute there. Willow didn't answer my question. I'm willing to engage with your game. Why aren't you willing to talk about this?
You know, maybe Will's an atheist? Maybe she doesn't like any part of the Bible? Like, you know, at least the people in my jury duty pool were following the rules. Krill's like, that's a part of the Bible where all the Christians are communist.
Maybe because we just want to have fun, Blondie.
Shadow?
Yeah, why bother with a book of fairy tales?
Stop
like
it.
The Bible?
No, don't be
We
rude.
can write our own fairy tales with Valerie, the fairy princess, instead.
Come on, stop. Just stop antagonizing her.
I'm sure she's loads of fun.
Come on down and give us a big kiss, Lydia.
Stop it. This is, I call veto. Who's the game master for this one? Can your favorite part of a book you haven't read?
I think I'm done here.
Yeah.
Shadow, what are you thinking? Do you really think Avery would sound like that?
I lines and veils, Shadow.
Hey, can you blame a man for being hungry?
Yes, that's called harassment. Don't do it.
Yeah, I can. If you're hungry for Lydia.
No, that's not the problem. The problem is that he's being harassing.
Ever heard of junk food?
No, stop it. No.
Hey, if Lydia's not game, I'll just go elsewhere. I know how to find a good time.
Nope. Nope.
Shadow, that's not your body. Want to chase after him?
Ugh.
It's okay, Willow, as long as he's not harming anybody. Let him have his fun.
Avery is, and he's a cat, only Willow can hear, yeah. Although, to be fair, I've met more atheists who've read the book. That's true, actually, Rissa, that's true. Yeah, he is harming you, Avery.
You're really okay with this? God, you're like the nicest
Yeah,
guy ever.
and he's also harming Lydia. She left. That's a sign that she was feeling uncomfortable.
I wouldn't say that.
Oof.
But you are the most humble.
Well,
I think generally atheists find their way through investigating their religious options. That depends.
Got you. Can't disagree with that one without proving me right.
That one depends. It depends on whether or not you're an atheist who started in religion or if you were born an atheist. Because I feel like there are two different types of, like, there's probably more than two types. It's not a binary, right? But like, there are the atheists who started in religion and then found their way out of religion, and there are people who just didn't start with religion in the first place. Newsflash: university student caught having intimate relationships with several residences at the kitty cat animal shelter.
Okay, I'll stop. You're hungry, right? Can I get you vegan pudding or something?
What if Avery wants to kill a mouse? I did say generally, yeah. Currently in the hospital being treated for ringworms. Yeah, I mean, because like I was born in the atheist lifestyle. I had never dealt with religion at all. That was not a thing. Like I was not.
I have a confession to make.
Oh, like I didn't leave religion. I just never was in religion in the first place. Chromatic considers himself anti-religion. I don't think I'm anti-religion because I'm not the boss of other people. Do you know what I mean? Like if religion is meaningful and impactful and important for someone and it does good things for them, then it's none of my business what they do. And I would just prefer the same consideration. If like, you know, like you do you, let me do me, and then like we'll be good. Like that's all. Like I don't need to go and like I don't need to be up in anybody else's business because I don't want them up in my business. And so I try to have like a live and let live philosophy. And like I know people for whom like religion is like really important to them and like good for them.
I saw a mouse scamper across the
Hey,
street
Dread Pirate
today,
Denise.
and I've been unable to think about eating anything else.
Oh, well, there you go, mouse.
Avery!
I'm sorry, but I mean, can you really judge a cat for following their instincts?
Mm-hmm. I was raised by parents who were holiday Christians, due largely to being lower middle class, and if they weren't working, they were sleeping. But we were given free range to support any religion we wanted to. Mm-hmm. Caldrick says, from poking and peeking to many religions, most have a pinch of the truth, but so far none has the whole truth. And knock things off the table slowly while staring at you. And the thing is, I am very postmodern. You know what I mean? Like I'm very postmodern, and also going back even before that, when I was in high school, I read about Berkeley and like his ideas about reality. And again, please note, I was a high school student and also very, very emo, but they really spoke to me, the idea that like our entire reality is created inside of our minds. And so, right, so that like, yeah, I've had weird thoughts in my life. The golden rule is actually fairly universal among religions and even non-religious morality. It's true. Right, this idea that like the world is like a product of our minds. Almost all moral codes boil down to don't be a dick, which I think is pretty fair. That's the right. Anyway, so the idea that like we create reality in our brain, that's like Berkeley, and I was like in high school and very emo, and that spoke to me. And I thought a lot about the ways in which people have died because they believed they would, right? The ways in which our mind sort of impacts our bodies in various ways. And that like as a high school student, the idea of your mind, ooh, well, that's interesting. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Huh. Well, now. Well, that's interesting. There are interesting books about morality from an age perspective, says Scabinak. Resta says, and then you get to the extremists full of all flavors, making except for the rest of us, yeah. How did I not run to Berkeley in high school, college? I don't know. Yeah, because I don't know how I found Berkeley myself, but I ran into Berkeley, and it really impacted me fairly heavily, especially since I was reading about like the weird ways in which the mind and the body sort of interact at that time. But now I'm thinking that actually this probably has something to do with the fact that I'm trans, right? I did not know that when I was in high school, but the idea that your mind manifests your reality. Krung, almost all moral codes boil down to respect the existing social order and do not make waves. It's only extremely recently we've started to move away from this. I suppose it depends on the religions, right? Or moral codes, yeah. Anyway, so I'm actually thinking that I probably was really attracted to Berkeley in high school because I was trans but didn't have a way to sort of articulate that at the time, which is very interesting. Now I want to go back and think about that.
Yes, every cat is a murderer.
You're...
Not really, TF. What's evolved mostly is our definition of who's considered worthy of moral protection. But also, I feel like there's a difference between institutions and individual things, right? Like institutional religion and is not necessarily the same thing as morality. Yeah. Right? So like that's...
Don't ever change, Willow.
Right, because morals could also be, I mean, like the Church of Satan has a moral book. There are a lot of different sorts of moral systems. I mean, like nihilism is a moral system.
I wasn't gonna.
Nowadays, don't murder means don't kill anyone. In the past, don't murder basically meant don't kill members of your tribe. Other tribes aren't people.
What a day.
I have to think about this whole Berkeley thing, folks. folks, I need to think about this Barkley thing. I have not thought about this since you people make me think about things. It's really good. They say Satanic Moralism still adheres to don't be a dick. That's true, actually. Spiritual has never bothered me, but organized religion, like those, and those are separate things.
You're telling me.
But then again, it also depends on what kind of religion you are. Like, not all religions are evangelizing religions, right? There are religions that don't recruit people, and there are religions that, like Judaism doesn't have hell. You know what I mean? Like, so like there are different kinds of religions, and they all have different sorts of workings and setups, and they're not all the same. Sikhs are very different, right? Than like, yeah, they're like there's just like really like there's a lot of differences between them, and like super different. Like, are you pagan? Are you an animist? Like animistic religions are like very different yet again, with like ancestor worship. That's super different. Do you believe in like, yeah, like there are a lot of different types of animistic religions, and yeah, they're just like it's just really hard for me to make a broad swath on that when considering how differently they manifest, you know? Yeah. And then Krillin notes, Judaism is almost anti-evangelical. You want to convert? Why? Have you seen how the world treats us? That's true. Krillin, I could talk about this all day, but I don't want to derail chat. What's the best way to reach you? Do you have? We have a Discord. Just put it in our Discord. We have a Discord. The first known moral code written around 27,000 BC in Egypt boiled down to the same religious right-wing ideas we have now. They 7 have anti-gay trans statement. We're not sure the translation. Well, the thing is, we actually have to sort of be careful about any kind of translation that sort of talks about gayness, since that is a concept that is relatively recent. So we have to be careful about that, right? Because gayness as an identity did not exist until the end of the mid to end of the 19th century. So we have to really ponder what the translation is. And whenever it says like God hates homosexuals, that's in the Bible. It's like, well, but that word did not exist until like the 1860s, so it could not have said that. So what did it say? So we have to be very careful about some of those translations.
But you're fine, right?
Yeah.
I just have to make sure.
Yeah. Right, yeah. If you follow the migrations of the Jewish peoples, you can see where they picked up bits and pieces of what is seen today's Christianity from which characters are converted to demons. Yeah. Heck, nearly every quote still quotes "thou shalt not kill," and the actual translation is "thou shalt not murder." But then again, we have to ponder what are those, there are a lot of concepts that we operate under now that we think are as being ahistorical and timeless, but was not how people operated in the past. People operate under different ideas of things.
Why are you so worried about me?
You know?
Because... Nah, it's stupid.
Because why? Because why, Willow?
Can I hear the reason before you pass judgment?
By the way, we're going to do a giveaway for Heave Ho. So just make sure you say something in chat in the next 5 minutes, and then we're gonna find out who our giveaway person is. Yeah, murder might kill a person. See my earlier stance on who qualified as a person. It's true.
Fine.
Yeah.
When Shadow said that Tanya was going to tell me I was a screw-up, well, I mean, I knew what happened was my fault, but I felt like if I could just juggle everything, if I could give Shadow what he wanted and still keep you happy, then I wouldn't have to be a screw-up.
I just feel like, I don't know about all that. Rissa, how long do you have to complete Wicked Willow? I remember, so Overlight has been delayed. We're going to start Overlight on December 3rd, which is the day I actually also have a colloquium that I have to give. So we have this week and also next week, but there's also no Critical Role next week as well. So actually, I have no idea how much longer we have. TF would know. TF would know how much longer we have in this game. TF could tell us how long they think it will take. Yes. Yes.
So that's what this is all about?
Life sure was easier when I didn't give a shit, huh?
I also think that Shadow might have told you that Tanya would call you a screw-up, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. You're believing Shadow, and Shadow has ulterior motives.
But that's just it, Willow.
What?
You've always cared, even when you pretended not to.
Well, that's fair.
Sometimes you know me better than I know myself.
That was the thing I wanted to say as well.
I wish that was true. I didn't even know you were a witch.
I just found out myself. Tiff says, if you were playing an auto, you would have about 20 minutes, but it might take you a little longer with commentary and such. That's, all right. Rissa says, survive going to the courthouse for jury duty in a pandemic. Yeah. Carl says, I'm on Troopers Discord, so you can pop in there and start a convo or a DM if you prefer. Yes. Go to our Discord.
I really should have found a way to tell you sooner.
It's okay, Willow.
You only known for like 2 days or something. Like it's 20 minutes in the game. Hope an extended stream next week is enough.
I know how hard it can be to not find the words for something important.
Oh, like what, Avery? Like what?
I imagine you must have a lot of questions.
No.
You can go ahead and fire away.
No. Willow. Let's talk about paying attention to other people, Willow. So, here's what happens. There are people who, may not come out and tell you stuff, but they may float an opening because they may not want to burden you. They may have things they want to say, but they may feel insecure about saying them or nervous about saying them or thinking that you might judge them or they don't want to be burdened, all that kind of stuff. And so people like that might just float you an opportunity to say, for example, I know what it's like to have a hard time finding the words to tell someone something, right? That is what we're calling somebody giving you an opening to ask them about what they mean, because they may not want to burden you by just telling you. And this is the moment where if you have empathy and you're paying attention to your friend, rather than saying, ask me questions about myself, you could say, oh, hey, Avery, what do you mean? Like, you could ask them about them and like be there to support them. Willow?
I'm trying to think of a question that wouldn't just lead to more questions.
You mean like how you've been in love with Willow forever, Avery? Or he's gay. One of the two. I don't know. Could be one of the others. Or not want to be rejected. Yeah. Float you an opportunity, a chance for another sunk ship. But I'm just saying. Or he's queer.
Yeah, I've had that problem too. With Tanya, she lives in the supply closet at the copy shop.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Now I've got like 6 more questions than I had before.
It does happen. It happens.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, but you...
So, what can you do with your powers exactly?
I am unhappy that we are not talking to Avery about Avery right now. I really feel like we should talk to Avery about Avery. I feel like we're a little bit too self-centered right now. I feel like we make everything about us. And here's our friend who I feel has got stuff going on in his life, and I feel like we could maybe talk to Avery. I don't think we appreciate Avery enough. I don't think we're a good enough friend to Avery, and I think we should be a better friend to him. That's all I'm going to say.
I can just imagine anything and make it happen.
Can you? Float You an Opportunity is the first single off my folk album. Oh, that's a good one. I mean, she's a young adult. Scabbynack, even when I was a young adult, I was like this all the time. I always cared about my friends, all the time. I asked people, like, I was the person that everybody came to with their problems. That was me, even in middle school. In the depth of my emo-ness, I still was always like, oh, people were always, I'm just saying. Everybody is thinking about her all the time. Caldrick, but Avery is using time-honored male tactics, keeping the girl, keep asking the girl questions instead of talking about yourself. But Caldrick, that's actually not. Yeah, Trooper, I know. I grew up with intense sympathy. There weren't many. Oh, yeah, I know. But Caldrick, that's actually, I don't think it is, right? Because if you look, well, it depends, right? If you look at Cosmo and also, what was that one? Maxim? They give you advice on how to date people. And the advice for women is always never talk about yourself. Only let the man talk about himself. Also, don't eat meat at the restaurant. Have a small salad, and never talk about your work. Never talk about your interests. Only talk about whatever the man wants to talk about. And that was also in the rules as well as Cosmo. A bunch of those. And like the dating advice that was in Maxim was, don't drink girly drinks because it meant women won't want to date you. Cosmo and Maxim advice. Oh no. Oh yes. We said real world, not garbage magazines. But the problem is, Vulp, is that people read those magazines to figure out how to date people. And that's the problem, right? And I'm just telling you, I picked these up when I was in the Army because I was like, I'm seeing relationships crashing and burning all around me. And I was like, let me find out what's going on here. And then I was like, oh, that's what's going on here, right? Like there was a bunch of people who were like they were like 18 in the Army. They didn't know how to date people. So they read these magazines to figure out how to date people. And then they follow that advice. And then you have two people who do not know each other at all. At all. And then they get married, and then they spend their entire time not telling each other things about who they are, right? So like she's always deflecting onto him, making everything about him, and he's always pretending to be strong, right? He's like, I am strong, I have no feelings. And she's like, I have no interests, whatever you want. And then they're married, then they have kids, they're also 18, and then in 2 years later, they get divorced. But in the meantime, they tell me all of their problems. They're just like, I don't know what's going on. And I was like, well, maybe you should talk to each other. But I can't, oh no. And I was like, oh my gosh. I too am 19 right now, but I'm telling you, this is not working. No, nobody listens to me. Nobody listens to me. Now I can see why I gave up on dating it and such 20 years ago. Coldray says, oh geez, the 70 days were rife with the worst with relationship questionnaires, and they were the worst. They were bad. Yeah, and then they tell all their friends. That's the worst. Yeah. Coldray says, I have a TLDR soapbox lecture on communicating. Dread Pirates and Niece, your donut looks really delicious right now. I used to see those military relationships too. Oh yeah, it was so sad. I think they all saw too many romance movies where they already talked to each other. Yeah, there was like a lot of just lack of communication. It was based on fear. Probably downtown. Yeah, and the thing is, I understand where the fear came from because I picked up that I was like, I'm going to do my research because I was a nerd even then. And when I looked at Cosmo and Maximum, those, and also the rules and all those things, they're based on fear. Like what they're saying is like, hey, if you do this thing, no one will ever love you. Like it's all based on this idea that if you don't do this advice that they're giving you, no one will ever love you or date you. The whole thing is about like inculcating fear in people. And then when I talked to my military married couple friends, they had like, because they would talk to me, they had such intense fear. And it was all the things that like these dating advice things said. Like, you know, if I tell, like, you know, the woman would say, you know, if I tell my husband my thoughts and feelings, he won't be attracted to me because men are attracted to women who have thoughts and feelings, and so therefore I cannot tell him my thoughts and my feelings. And then he would say, you know, if I tell my wife that I'm nervous or that I'm scared about things, then she won't think I'm manly, and then she won't want to date me, and then I will be alone forever, and so I can't tell her those things either. And I was just like, you two people, like, oh my gosh, like, ooh, like you two just need to, like, ooh,
Yeah.
Like they were dating people they didn't actually know. It was real bad. Yeah, all the advice really boils down to if they find out who you really are, you will die alone. Yeah, that's bad advice. Dread Pirate Niece says, I was trained in dating by fellow teenagers in the South. It was all about how to get married soon so you'd be normal. Yeah, so it's all about like you have to get married or you're not normal. You got to have kids right away, you're not normal. And then like no one will ever love you, you'll die alone. And I was like, this is not good advice.
It's always a catch, right? I mean, that's how it works in literature.
It's true. Like, and that was just, and it was really sad to me because there were people who you should date someone who likes you for who you are, but people will tell you. And that's like where you get the incels and all that they just believe that they will never ever be loved. There's no one who will ever love them for who they are. And they can never be the person who someone would want to date because they're not a Chad, because their like nose is wrong or whatever. And I was like, that's just not how this works though. And this is not a good way of thinking. It's not a good way of thinking. The military marriage thing isn't helped by the fact that cohabitation is only allowed. Yes, you can. Yes, but also like cohabitation only that way. But also, if you get married, then you don't have to live in a barracks anymore. And if you don't live in a barracks, there's a whole bunch of things you don't have to do. Because I lived in the barracks because I was not married at the very, very old age at 21. I was still single and not married. I lived in the barracks, which means there was all this extra duty I had to do. I lived in a barracks, which meant I still had to deal with like inspections, right? Like I lived in a barracks, right? I would get random roommates every once in a while. There'd be inspections. I have to do extra duty. I lived in a barracks. But if I were married, then I would have my own apartment, and then they would give me food per diem, so that I could wouldn't have to eat in the chow hall. Like there's a lot of reasons. And then if you're married, the person that you're married with would also move with you. So if you meet, like what happened was that people would be 18, they've been out of basic training, they go to their advanced training, they meet somebody they've known almost no time at all. They're in the depths of that kind of chemical romance, right? They're just like, they're in the depths of their feelings. And then that person is going to leave because they're going to be stationed somewhere. And they're like, well, if we get married, we can guarantee that we get stationed together. And so then you get married to this person you've known for 4 or 5 weeks total, usually. And a bunch of conversations you've not had, like, what is your middle name? Do you want to stay in the army or not? Who are you? Those questions you never asked. And then you marry this person you've known for like 5 weeks. They go off somewhere. And then a couple months later, you follow them, and you've never been in a relationship before, and all your relationship advice was bad relationship advice. And then you have kids automatically, and then it's just like it's not great. It's not great. Not great. I did not recommend it.
I can't always control them, and I kind of have bad luck. Swapping you and Shadow was an accident. It's not the first one I've had.
Yeah. I saw several relationships based on sex attraction, and 0 on knowing each other. Yep. And after the sex meme wore thin, they had nothing to work with. Yeah, because, and like, I get it, because they, like, this is like their, but like, ooh, they're like, I understand why it happened. Like, I saw why it was happening. I was glad that I was not involved in any of that business at all. Oh, what is December Nights? But seriously, Rissa says, then there's my brother who joined up because his girlfriend was pregnant and they got married, but it was not a good match for the long haul. I've known so many people who got, so many bad marriages in the army. I do not recommend marrying someone and giving them a complete power of attorney when you've only known them for 3 weeks. This is not a thing that I would recommend. I'm just going to put it out there. If you want advice from me, my advice is do not marry someone you've known for 3 weeks and give them a complete power attorney over everything that you own, and then you go to Korea. Don't do it. It's not. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. Don't recommend it. They hated inspecting me. I always had weird toys on display in my locker. Green goo in a plastic trash can. Is this for growing pot? No, sir. It is a physical representation of the oobleck. Nice. Don't forget there was also the fear of going to battle with no one at home to be there for you. Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, I don't need any of this relationship. I have a cat. She is here on my bed yelling at me now, just like a wife. Oh, power of attorney's Kevin. Yeah. Yeah, no, I was,
So I can't use my powers all the time.
I was in Korea, which is like a 1-year hardship tour where I was stationed. So like you go to Korea, but you cannot bring your family with you. You're just there for a year. And there was a guy named Thumper. He and I would hang out in the same country bar together. The Silver Star. We were all Silver Star outlaws together. Don't worry about it. It's a thing. It's like a club, whatever. Anyway, Thumper, huge guy. Like Thumper was like massive. He was like just like he had no neck. He was like a football player kind of guy, you know what I mean? Like huge football player kind of guy, really like tough. And anyway, I was in the Silver Star one day, and again, everyone tells me their problems. That was the life. Like it was the life. Everyone would tell me all their problems, and there's always a Thumper. It is true, and he was in there one day, and I saw that he clearly wasn't doing well.
If I had powers that I couldn't control or trust, I don't think I'd be able to get out of bed in the morning.
Avery, I worry about you. Like I could, like everybody was like drinking and laughing because that's what you do at the Silver Star. You go to the Silver Star outlaw, the bar, Silver Star, playing lots of country music. Everybody's drinking and laughing, and then sometimes there are fist fights, whatever. Anyway, I could tell he was not doing well, and I was like, hey, Thumper, you don't look like you're doing well. How are you doing? Are you okay? And he was like, surprised that I asked, although he shouldn't have been because I'm going to ask. And he was like, no, I'm not okay. And I'm like, what's happening? And he's like, my wife, I have not heard from her in like 2 months. And I was like, oh, do you think she's okay? And he's like, yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of her. I haven't. And I was like, huh. Then I saw him like the next week, and I was like, well, here's some advice. Like maybe you should you should maybe call her parents, or maybe your parents, or somebody that you know who's in town. Just check in on her, make sure she's okay. And I spoke to him the week after, and it had turned out that his wife sold his house and all of his belongings and ran off because she had complete power of attorney over everything because he was in Korea. And also he did not know her very well. They had met in, when you're just like, I'm gonna say a thing. I have a thing I have to tell you.
I'd worry that I'd accidentally imagine a meteor and wipe out humanity.
He was like 18, 19 years old. He met her at Fort Hood, at the bar at Fort Hood, or right outside of Fort Hood, somewhere around there, right? I think it was Fort Hood. Anyway, there are people who sometimes prey on other people, and he met her. She was hot. She was at the bar. She was a civilian, and she was looking to meet a military dude. They met, they dated a few moments, they got married. He went to Korea. She sold all of his stuff, all of it, everything he owned, everything, and there was nothing he could do about it. And Scabby Neck, he was totally a mark. He was totally a mark. Well, he owned a house that was, I think he got it from his parents, and it was like in a really small town in the middle of the South in a rural space. So it was like not like it was also 1991. So it was like 1991. He had a house from like, yeah. Yeah. Of course, the first thing that comes to mind was her name Bambi. Yeah, he was like Midwest South, right? Yeah. Yikes isn't even, yeah. Coldrick says, yeah, my roomie was straight out of high school. He also juggled 3 girls at any given time. When he got to Germany, he went home for Christmas and came back married to one of them. She still had a year to go in high school. He came back and she finally came to Germany upon graduation, and then we were sent to the field for a month. Ooh, I bet that didn't work out well. I don't know. I have some guesses how that story's gonna go.
Holy fuck, don't put that in my brain.
I have some guesses how that story's gonna go.
Sorry, I just meant...
She was in Germany on the economy alone and not knowing anyone or the language. Yep, that lasts about 3 months, and she went home soon after all his assets went away. I mean...
Yeah, I get it. I'm really sorry about what I did to you, Avery. You didn't deserve to get sucked into all this nonsense.
You don't have to be sorry.
Yeah,
I think it takes courage to try to save the forest, to try to help Shadow. That's all anybody can ask, right? For you to try to do the right thing?
Totally not a relationship. No, not at all.
Oh,
Nope.
In class today, Shadow said, what's the point in trying to do the right thing if it all gets messed up?
So here's the thing I want to say.
He said that, which means people thought I said it?
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, the professor thought it wasn't bad.
Still,
I know, Avery.
that's so wrong, Willow. We always have to try to be kind, even when we know we might fail. If we obsess over unintended consequences, we'll be paralyzed with fear.
Hey, just a minute ago, didn't you say you'd be afraid to get out of bed if you had my powers?
Yeah, I did say that.
It's true.
Maybe you're more like Shadow than you'd like to admit.
Oh,
The only thing we have in common is that we've both been turned into cats.
that's true.
Don't you worry. I'll make sure you get your
Oh.
body back tomorrow.
I'm gonna find out who our
You
winner.
have to suffer another day of this.
2 things.
I wouldn't exactly call it suffering. I mean, it has its upsides.
Really?
Like what?
I don't have to talk to anybody except you.
Avery!
If I'm so fun to talk to, wanna be roomies? Then we can talk all the time.
Roommates? Really?
As long as your college allows it.
I mean, this is kind of a small place.
Do you live on the economy?
Wouldn't want to cramp your style.
Do you live on campus or do you live off campus?
Cramp my style? What kind of bullshit is that? You're moving in, and that's that.
I want to do the giveaway right now, but I want to finish this conversation.
Well, if you insist.
Also, you're a cat.
Great! We'll get your stuff after class. Right after we go get your body.
If you can go and find Shadow, which I think is going to be a problem, by the way. Just,
Oh, God, that sounds so weird.
I love that face.
Yeah, you're telling me. Willow,
Yes?
What?
What?
Nothing. I just...
Speak! Use your words! Avery, use your words.
You're not a screw-up, okay?
Aw, Avery. Thank you.
Tell that to Shadow. He wanted me to make him human, but I only gave him a day.
Well, you know...
I bet you anything. He'll kick and scream and beg for more
Oh,
time.
he will. He might just abscond with the body, as a matter of fact. Okay.
Where the hell were you, Shadow?
Okay, so now we can find out who the winner is, and I can tell you a thing. So I glance at TF's timeline, and no spoilers, but there's a certain ending that makes me happy. Oh. Interesting. Who's our winner? We're going to do our giveaway, which is for Heave Ho, a game about trying not to fall, which is why I'm not going to play it, because I would just fall. Rissa! Hey, Rissa! Rissa, I have a game for you. It is a game about trying not to fall. And like, you won the game Heave Ho, which is an indie adventure game where you apparently try not to fall. That is the goal of that game. It is not falling. That is it. Also, I need to download more things is what I need to do, because I did it. So yay. I'm a little bit behind on paperwork. Anyway, this is what I wanted to tell you. This is really important. You won Don't Be Trooper, the game. It's true. So I was a moderator on the Dr. Nerdlove forums for quite some time, for a couple of years actually, which is like nerd advice for nerds, dating advice for nerds. And there are a lot of dudes on that who go to those forums who they're not incels or red pillars yet, but they're like 4 steps away from it. They're close. And there's a thing that I've noticed that I kept trying to tell people, like I keep trying to tell people this. I don't know how many times I try to tell people this and people do not listen to me. Can you not fall off mountains in the game? Dr. Nerdlove makes you grumpy. Tell me more about that, Krellin. I'm no longer a mod. It was just too emotionally draining in the end. It was like a lot of emotional labor. Do you know what I mean? It was like a lot of emotional labor, and I could do that for like I had a good mod team with me, and we did good work, but it was just like it was a little bit too much in the end, and I had to like step away. I was like I cannot finish my dissertation if I continue doing this mod work. Anyway, there were just all these guys who would ask for advice, and it was the wrong advice. I just think his advice is really status quo and kind of crappy. When I joined him like a while ago, it was because he was talking about nice guys and how like nice guys are actually like, he was doing some kind of decent work. I found him through Feministing because he was being requoted back then, and he had some good thoughts, but then I ended up leaving. Anyway, there were all these guys, and like their whole thing was, how do I get this girl to like me? How do I get this girl to like me? How do I get this girl to like me? And I thought, you don't even know this girl. Like, you don't know this person at all. Like, you do not know her. You have seen her, but you don't know her. And how do you know you even like her? Like, you don't know who she is. She might be one of those people who will just take all of your assets. Maybe she's a serial killer. Like, you don't know if she's a safe person to be around. You don't know if you're compatible in any way. You don't even know if you like her. So maybe before you worry about trying to figure out how to get her to like you, maybe you should find out who she is. Maybe you should have a conversation with her and find out if you like her, because maybe you don't even like her. You should maybe find out some things about her. And like this way in which like getting them to understand that maybe they should have a conversation with somebody and find out if they like them. Like it just was also backwards. And it was one of those things that I was like, you were just like opening yourself up to there's like some danger flags here. If you are just only worrying about getting some person that you don't even know to like you, you are just, and also you have terrible self-esteem. You are just leaving yourself wide open to a predator, wide open. But I think, how do I force it on me? Yeah. But I think that a lot of people are, I think a lot of men, not all men, are not taught to think about themselves as being in danger in relationship to women. And so they don't ever think they have to maybe worry that the person they're dating might be a serial killer or emotionally abusive or physically abusive or in some ways, you know, problematic. And so they don't think about that, which then leaves them open to problematic people if they're not thinking about it. And I just want them to like think about it. That's all. I will probably check it out when I'm on my 3-week vacation. I hope to know if I got the job I'm applying for right before the stars. Oh, I'm crossing my fingers for you, Rissa. That's your advice, but I don't think Dr. Nerdlove would mention anything about the man being the victim, at least in my limited experience with him. Huh. Glad I'm good at getting out of the way of things being thrown at me.
You know, here and there. Strip clubs, gambled a little.
Krellin, I'm gonna have to rethink. I'm gonna have to like go through my archives because I don't know. I mean, I haven't.
What money?
I haven't listened to him in. I haven't read his stuff in. I mean, probably 10 years now. It's probably been over a decade since I've read his stuff. And I've got to try to remember back to what he was like back, you know, like 10, 15 years ago. 15 years ago, maybe. Ooh, it was probably 10 or 15 years ago. And see what he would have said then. Because I have to think about that.
I might have maxed out your credit card, Avery.
What? You little bastard.
I need to finish the cover letter application soon, and then I have to record a video as part of it. Oh, interesting. At least I'm not doing that and Judy at the same time. I think he said something about approaching her as a person, yeah, but not in a self-protective way.
I mean, if that's what it took for Shadow to be happy.
Stop that, Avery. Maybe. He probably also talked about like not having an external locus of control. I just feel like, you know, like don't get the cart before the horse. Really, this is about people having like no self-esteem. That's really what this is about.
No. We're not just gonna let this go.
I don't know what we're gonna do about it though. I mean, yeah, Avery's got doormat syndrome. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do about this because it's not like you can prove that he didn't spend that money.
Shadow, you're going back to being a cat, and I'm gonna make sure you stay that way.
Yeah,
Whatever moral lesson Tanya wanted you to learn, it obviously hasn't sunk in.
Yeah, what does make Avery happy?
Fine by me. Knowing you, if you try and turn me into a cat, I'll probably wind up president or something.
Stop it. No, he no longer has the medical condition because we used our magic to cure him and then killed 10 people.
The little shit does have a point. Maybe I should try turning them back to normal one at a time. Might make it easier.
I don't know how you're going to do that because you have to do a body swap. Yep.
You were saying?
You're the worst, Willow.
Being seen the exact right amount by the right one or two people is what would make Avery happy, I think. Yeah.
Avery, have fun playing voluptuous Valerie and the Seven Demons or whatever. I'm out of here.
All right, Avery. Time to change you back into yourself.
I don't know if that's going to happen, though. I'm concerned about this. Oh.
What the?
I see you, Avery. Your friend Willow may not see you, but I see you. Yes. She turned Avery into Avery's self, right? Yes.
Avery, is that you? You're Valerie now?
Yeah, here's Avery's dark secret. Yep, here it is. Hey, Avery, I hope you're happy, and I hope you have, like, also, that's cool. Do you have magic powers?
That's right, my magic can't be trusted.
No.
How could this have happened?
I know how it happened. Willow, quicker on the uptake.
Willow, calm down.
I'm so excited for Avery.
You are a fairy queen in real life, and you're telling me to calm down?
I think it's okay. I mean, the wings might be a little problematic, but maybe you can, like, hide your wings underneath a jacket if you need to?
Yes.
But what are we going to do about this?
I feel like we're good. Oh, yeah, maybe... Do you have glamour powers?
What do you mean?
Well, you can't just stay like this. What if someone sees you?
I think it's okay.
You'd be ashamed to be seen with me?
No. I think she's worried about you being captured by the government and them doing experiments on you.
No. But what do you think is going to happen when people realize those wings aren't just part of a costume?
Glamour? Never date a fairy. Lots of written history about why that's bad. It's true. And then it was discovered Avery was the weirdest of them all.
They're gonna go nuts. You'll be arrested. Probably put on an operating table in some government bunker.
That's a concern.
I could never be afraid with a powerful witch like you by my side, Willow.
Do you have glamour powers, Valerie? Because I feel like you should maybe, right?
Actually, you'd probably be. Ever since I got these powers, it's been one disaster after another. I fucked up your life pretty bad.
I don't think you're getting what's happening here, Willow.
Not just these past 2 days. I accidentally made those bank robbers appear.
You don't know that. That's your assumption. But you don't know that's true. You don't know that's true. You're making a lot of assumptions, Willow. And you're also, Willow, not everything is about you. You should talk to Avery.
And then I made flowers that got you sick.
You did do that. But you didn't know that Avery was allergic.
Everything terrible that's happened to you. It's all my fault.
Not everything's about you, Willow.
Willow, you tried your best. You didn't know what would happen.
Valerie, just kiss her. She doesn't register that huge smile on Avery's face. I know, this is Avery's dream. Or Valerie, I suppose. Valerie, yes, new name, Valerie.
Actually, Tanya told me that trying to save the trees wouldn't go well. And I didn't listen.
I don't think that's what she said. She said that saving the trees would be a problem because somebody's trying to get you. Like there was something else. Like it seemed to me as if Tanya was trying to tell you that she wanted you to go a little bit incognito because there was some threat. She didn't say things will go badly if you try to save the forest. I feel like you're missing some things here.
Well, she was wrong then, wasn't she? You did save the trees, Willow.
I guess so.
At least for now. I don't know how permanent that is.
Her then? Ask for a way to fix things?
I don't think Valerie wants to fix things.
Why don't we take a relaxing walk in the woods first? We haven't had a chance to really enjoy the forest since we saved it.
I don't know. The last time I took a relaxing walk in the woods, I nearly got my head chopped off.
Don't worry, Willow. I'll be here to protect you this time.
Okay. But after that, straight to Tanya. I can't leave my best friend hanging, and I'm not sure I can fix you myself.
She doesn't want to be fixed, though, Willow. She doesn't want to be fixed. Willow misses so many signs, checks with the air control tower to see how thick the zoom's over. This is all I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
I still can't believe how calm you are being about this, Avery.
Because Valerie, your spell worked.
Valerie.
Thank you.
Do you seriously want me to call you that?
Yes.
It is my name.
This character really means a lot to you,
Doesn't want to be fixed. There's nothing to fix. Exactly.
That is a bit of an understatement, if you knew the whole story.
Oh, hold on a second. Is there more to this that we did not know?
What whole story?
It's not important
Nope.
right now.
Yes, it is. Tell me the story, Valerie. Are you really actually like a fairy princess in real life that was turned into a human? Is that what happened? Tell me what's going on.
My best friend was just turned into a magic character thanks to my fuck-up. I think I ought to know the whole story.
Well, it all started when I was about 9.
This is an 11-year journey? We really are going to be all night, huh?
Do you want to hear it or not? This isn't easy for me, Willow.
Valerie, I am here for you. I don't know about Willow, but I am here for you. And also, my chat is here for you, so you can tell us. We'll try to keep Willow from being ridiculous.
I'm sorry. Just trying to break the tension here. I mean, we have had a pretty tense day.
Yeah, D&D let her be herself.
I can't deny that. I first had the idea for Valerie after visiting this forest, Willow.
Oh, I might finish up this week. Interesting.
It really feels enchanted, does it not?
Yeah, you could say that. I mean, I first used my own powers here.
At first, she was just a character, you know? Somebody more interesting than plain old Avery. A royal scion instead of a kid nobody wanted.
Avery.
A confident ruler instead of a shy little dweeb. Beautiful and elegant rather than... You know what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're trying to say, Valerie.
Not really.
Oh, Willow.
Valerie became more than a character to me. She became an icon. An idol. That's why I wasn't upset when your spell transformed me, Willow. You see, Valerie is the person I've always wanted to be. in every way.
Let me give you a hug. Valerie, let me give you a hug.
I understand. But why didn't you tell me before?
Because it's the 90s, and it's not the easiest thing to say, especially in the 1990s. The 90s were like a tricky time period, my friend.
I mean, I thought you'd probably support me, but I didn't want you to look at me any differently, even for a moment.
I never would, Valerie. You're my best friend. I love you.
I love you too, Willow. What was that sound?
Uh-oh. I hope whatever it is isn't bad.
Sound? I didn't hear anything.
I'm concerned.
You don't hear it? It's coming from that tree.
I know it's gonna be Willow.
Look, I know you are a forest fairy, but if you're about to tell me you can literally talk to trees...
That's cool.
Shh. It's like a voice, but it's muffled, like she's talking through a pillow.
Well, what's it... the tree saying?
Yeah, I'm not gonna diss. I do not diss the Fae.
It's hard to make out. The voice is really quiet. Tired.
What is it?
It's saying... rescue? Rescue her?
Willow's like lambda spread, so dense one bite could fill you for a day.
Rescue her. Just over and over.
So this is where you are, Willow? I've been looking all over for you. I really need your advice on...
Okay. Save the cheerleading tree, save the world. By the way, I loved the first season of Heroes, and then I was very sad when the second season of Heroes happened. Those are my thoughts. I feel like they should have just not brought back. Sylar. Like, end with Sylar. Like, finish that whole Sylar story in season 1, and then do a new thing. But anyway, I like season 1. I did not like the subsequent seasons. Yeah. Oh yeah. Heroes ended after season 1. It was great. It was a really great one season show. So real quick, do you think that she can see her or not? Sometimes things shouldn't have follow-ups, and I agree. Do you think she can see Valerie, or do you think she can't see Valerie? Completely new bad guy for season 2 would have been the most superior. Yes, Kevin, they just needed a new bad guy for season 2, and it would have been really great, because then all of a sudden killing Sylar doesn't kill Sylar, and you're like, then we've sort of...
Shh, Lydia, she's trying to listen to something.
I bet she can't see Valerie.
Listen to what?
To this tree, as surprising as that may sound.
Talking to trees?
Oh.
I suppose with you being all dressed up like that,
Okay.
I'm not surprised.
Yep.
Are you a member of that Dryads and...
Oh, she doesn't recognize her.
What part of shut up don't you understand?
Willow, there's no need to be rude.
Why not? Lydia here is allowed to dish it out, but she can't take it?
Why don't you all just stop dishing? Just stop dishing.
If you had any idea how wrong you are...
Willow,
You think I'm wrong about everything, but you wanted my advice? Could have saved yourself the walk then, huh?
You know, just stop it. Like, just stop it. Talk to her.
Willow, I think...
Yes?
No, stop.
No, come
I already
on.
know everything you think.
No, you
Lydia.
don't. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Come on. Come on. This is not how communication works. Be more open.
No, you don't. But you're about to learn.
All right?
Save it for class tomorrow.
Come on.
We're trying to listen to this tree.
Willow.
Why? Is that what you turned your talking cat into this time?
Willow's not a great role model. And why don't you tell the other person what they think and why it's wrong? Yeah.
What did you just say?
That's right, Willow. I've known all along. Did you honestly think you were the only wicked witch?
Well. Well. The plot thickens. Well.
No way in hell. You're You're working for ORW, aren't you?
We don't know that.
You mean the people who own the logging company?
And the bank.
Not just that bank. All banks. All churches. All police.
What?
Wait, just how many people are involved?
Everyone, Willow. Everyone.
Everyone?
One Right Way isn't just a company that's just taken things to their most extreme. But it's so much more than that.
Maybe she's not working with them.
One right way is a state of mind. One right way to think, to worship, to run a business. One right way to love.
That's it right there. See, she's got she's got feelings for Willow. I don't know why, really. Have no idea. And that is like making her realize that the one right way is one wrong way.
Willow, when you feel that insufferable smugness about being a vegan,
Mm-hmm.
well, you're just preaching the one right way to eat.
Ooh.
People aren't interested in understanding and accepting our differences. They only want to get to the judging, the condemning, and the torturing.
Girls, like, because Willow's hot, and this is the age in which that's, well... Krellin, look. I'm not going to dispute you. I'm not going to dispute you at all. The world is weird. So many relationships start out in friction and end up being super tight. So the thing is, Krellin, I know, if I think about it, I know why. Because Willow's a bad girl. Do you know what I mean? Like she's the bad girl. She's like cool. It's like she's the cool bad girl. Like she would have like a leather motorcycle jacket if she weren't vegan, and I don't know, maybe she'd ride a motorcycle, I don't know. So like she's like the cool bad girl, like that's clearly, you know, yeah, totally, I totally get it. Like I see it.
In case you haven't noticed, we're all Wicked Willow. And that's why this all has got to end. My humiliation yesterday confirmed there's nothing redeeming about this world.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
So I have to destroy it.
You do not. You don't have to destroy it. That seems unnecessary. Synthetic leather and an electric moped. Yeah. Is this where Willow has to choose between Lydia and Valerie? I hope not.
Destroy it?
I hope not.
Yes, destroy it. Think about it, Willow.
I just don't think she needs to destroy the world, though. If you have, here's what I'm going to say. If you have the power to destroy the world, you have the power to change the world. And I feel like rather than destroying the world, and then no one can have donuts, you could change the world.
No more pain.
And have more donuts.
Suffering. No more prejudice. One quick flash and then peace. Forever.
Like
ripping off a bandage.
That's a lot of, I could just be like, you could just, ooh! Hand shoots up in the back of the class. Swap Lydia and Tree Spirit. Oh, donut defense. I feel like that's not true. It's destroying things is way easier than changing them. Well, but I mean, if you have magic powers, you can actually just blow up the entire world. Clearly, you could also like rewrite people's memories. I mean, I feel like if you've got like ultimate magical powers, I mean, you could probably do a lot.
I know just how to do it too.
How? Oh, I'll see you back.
There have been dozens of witches throughout the years, stopping World War III, stopping nuclear missiles from flying.
Mm-hmm.
Their enchantments encircle the globe, threads hanging in the air, like a spider's web.
Mm-hmm. I see where you're going.
All I have to do is tug on one of those strings.
Krellin says...
Thanks to my anti-magic, it should be easy.
Trooper, she's got Forces 5, not Mind 5. Well, that's probably fair. Anio, I will see you at Critical Role soon. And I will also get my dinner.
Willow, she can't do that, can she?
I don't know, maybe. I mean, she says she has anti-magic, so...
Tanya warned me about danger in the forest. And I think I know who the tree wanted us to rescue. Mother Earth.
Or she wanted us to rescue Lydia, right? That could also be it. Is this going to be like a yellow crayon situation? Yeah, maybe Prime 5.
I know what my powers are for, too. They're for stopping you.
No, you have to give her a crayon. Give her a crayon.
Willow, wait.
Yeah, wait.
Lydia!
No!
Take this!
Stop! Also, she has anti-magic. So I feel like her magic powers are anti-magic. So that's not gonna... Oh, no, don't do it. Yeah, she's got anti-magic. Also, she's clearly been... Nice animations. I wonder...
Anti-magic is my magic.
That's what I just said. That's what I said. Sorry, I'm just distracted by thinking about how that sequence was done in terms of programming. I'm wondering if that was actually just an animated sequence and a video was played, or whether or not there was whether or not ATL was used, not Atlanta, but the animation and transformation language. TF, are you still here? TF, are you still? Oh, videos played. Thank you. TF, I was like, wait, was that a video or was it? Thank you. I'm so glad you're here because then I can ask you questions, and that makes me happy. Thank you. You've got to punch her, not fireball her. I think if Valor were going to end the world, it would be a yellow crayon.
Nothing you can do to harm me.
Well, I feel like Willow could probably harm you emotionally because she can be mean.
That's why they chose me to hunt you down. They thought you might be a threat to the world. You! Can you believe that?
Remember when Tanya said to be kind? That's what she said. We had an animation. Did you really? Wow. TF. I am impressed by you.
What's that concept you love so much, Willow? Irony?
Valerie, maybe if we work together, we can summon up poison vines or something.
Or you could have a conversation.
No, Willow, please listen. I've been trying to tell you. Lydia is who we are meant to rescue.
I know. That's what I said. Nobody listens to me. Well, Valerie listens to me, so that's nice. I appreciate you, Valerie. Willow.
What are you talking about?
I just feel like...
Lydia, you're in pain, aren't you?
She is.
You don't know the meaning of the word pain.
But I do. I've been miserable.
Thank you, Rissa.
I've been abandoned by my family. Twice, actually.
Ooh, rough.
You have?
Of course Valerie listens to you, Trooper. She's the only one that can hear the Oh, that's true. She's the only one who can hear us.
I may not know your pain, but I do know the pain of waking up every day and knowing that the person in the mirror both is and is not myself.
TF, I like that line. I think it's a very good line. I enjoy that line very much.
But I've also known the joy of having a best
It's a good line.
friend to confide in. You never had that, did you?
So what?
Lydia, I want to be your friend.
Valerie.
You're just saying that so I don't kill y'all.
No.
Even if I knew nothing would save us, Lydia, I'd like my last memory to be giving a hug to someone in need.
I tell you I'm going to destroy the entire planet. And you want to hug me?
Valerie's that kind of way.
That's right, Lydia.
It's true.
No. Stay away. I'm warning you.
She just wants to hug you. She doesn't want to stab you or destroy the world. Aww. Yeah, Avery's always tried. It's true. Avery's always tried to be Lydia's friend. That's a beautiful CG. Aww. Wait. Where'd she go?
Oh my god.
What have you done?
Oh, Valerie got dispelled. Oh. Krillin. I bet you're right. Anti-magic, yeah.
Was she a real fairy? My anti-magic powers.
Yeah.
She was my best friend, and she just died. Trying to give you a
Oh.
fucking hug.
Oh. Well, you need to hold it together.
Your best friend? But I thought that was Avery. Oh. I think I understand.
You understand nothing! You said there's nothing good in this rotten world. What about Valerie? She was willing to give her life to save everyone.
Remember, Tanya said to be kind.
Kinda like Jesus.
Yeah, except Valerie was fucking real.
Willow, I'm so sorry.
I don't care if you're sorry. I just want her back. I can't accept this. I can't. I mean, I've got powers, right? Maybe I can bring her back to life.
Ooh, resurrection. That's Pet Cemetery business right there. I just feel like that's how bad things happen. I mean, I saw Pet Cemetery. Bad things happen when you do that. It's, you know.
You mean like necromancy?
Yes. Life 5, Spirit 5, Mind 5. That's a lot of magic, Willow. Yeah, that is a lot of magic. And you just started doing your magic like 2 days ago.
Yeah, why the fuck not?
Willow, you've had some misfires with your powers recently, right?
Hmm.
So what?
Hmm.
What if you bring back Valerie, but she becomes some kind of horrible zombie or something?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't put her through that.
Thank you, Lydia.
I'll go see Tanya, my mentor. She warned me things would go badly out here. Maybe she'll know what to do.
It's good to see you, Willow.
Fey Prince of No Soul. Look, I just need to say I'm not super happy with Tanya for not telling me that Lydia was out to get me. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not particularly happy about that because she clearly knew that Lydia was an agent for the one true world, the one way, the one right way, and was probably going to hunt me. And she did not tell me, and I really feel like I could have had that information. I feel like she should have told me that. Looking very close. Is Tanya the future Willow? Huh.
You've got to help me. My best friend is dead, killed in the forest.
Yeah, different beauty
How
marks.
could this happen? Shadow had very specific instructions to prevent this.
What? Shadow knew this was going to happen?
Of course. He was supposed to lure you into the forest so that you'd defeat the Axeman before he could hurt Avery.
Tanya, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I really wish we had this conversation earlier. You know, Tanya. Do you see what I'm saying? We could have had this conversation earlier.
You know who I am. Good. The reset is yet to occur.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, and I've got 4 minutes.
You're not making sense.
I apologize, Willow. It has been so long since we last saw each other. I just assumed. I sent Shadow from my time to yours.
I know. He told me. He said he was responsible for what happened to my family. Accidentally. But you two really did all that to save Avery from the Axeman?
Yes. You see, we've been replaying the same week over and over again, trying to get it right.
Interesting.
That's why you warned me not to go into the forest.
Why?
Of course, Willow.
That thing like you, I've been stabbed. Don't be stabbed. Don't be stabbed.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be stabbed.
Fucked it all up.
We're in
Again.
a Groundhog Week.
Do not berate yourself, darling. You tried your best. Hold your head high.
I haven't tried my best yet. Can't
Oh, not in a bad way? Okay.
you teach me how to bring Valerie back to life? I'll do anything.
I'm concerned.
Anything, you say?
No, don't like it. Don't like it. Nope.
Why do I suddenly feel
Yes.
like I'm going to regret saying
Yes.
All you have to do is reset the timeline once more, and everything will be back to the way it was on the first day we met.
There was glass in my bed. Oh, no. But Valerie will be back. That's you.
Your friend will be alive, safe and sound.
But, wait, you said we've been repeating this week. Why don't I remember it?
Everything will be back to what it was, Willow, including your memory.
Is that a bad way to think you? When you're a time master, every problem looks like a reset.
Fuck. No wonder I can't learn my lesson if I just keep forgetting what's happened.
Can you like write a message to yourself?
No, I can't just roll the dice and hope things turn out better next time.
Good for you, Willow.
Not with my track record.
You should be less hard on yourself.
There's no other alternative, Willow. Resetting time is
I
your
don't-
only chance to save Valerie.
I don't trust this situation.
Wait, if our memories are erased after the reset, how do you know all this?
Also, I'll be starting a new D&D campaign soon. I'm very happy with my next character. Ooh, tell us who your next character is. Tell us.
You have reset your own time, Willow, not mine. While you have relived the same week, my world has simply marched onward.
Interesting.
If that's true, then maybe we can change things. What if I give you something to keep here? Will that be safe from the resets?
Where do you think all these potions came from, Willow?
I made all these? What do they do?
Interesting. My next character is a lizard folk monk named Biscuit. Ooh, yeah, how long has Tanya been doing this?
I could tell you, but you'll just forget once you reset time, won't you?
I don't think you should reset time.
I want to make a potion that can, shut off Lydia's anti-magic power. You don't have one of those in stock, right?
Not currently. Just the concentrate, Willow. You can create anything you put your mind to.
Well, wait, is it safe for me to make something like this? Isn't there always a price?
If you have magic, Tanya, why don't you make it? His goal is to become a dragon. Aww.
Affirmative. But in this case, Valerie already paid the price for Lydia's powers.
That's true. Okay, here goes nothing. Here's the potion.
He's a monk of the four elements with an emphasis on fire. Oh, because Will's the chosen one.
You'll make sure
More teamwork,
I get it when
though.
the time comes, right?
I don't believe her.
Of course, Willow.
I don't know about this.
Okay, so I guess that means it's time, right?
I suppose Shadow's being so reckless because Shadow knows there's going to be a reset.
Indeed.
I don't know about all this.
All right. See you soon.
Ooh. Y'all, that's the end of the game. Also, I do love Biscuit. So, created, written, and coded by TF Wright, who, by the way, is here in our chat. TF Wright, thank you for that game. I have follow-up questions. I have a follow-up question. My question is this. Is this like a game plus sort of situation where if I play a second run through, that anti-magic potion will be in the game? I just need to know. I need to know. I know just in the hour, right? But the question is, Biscuit is the first human food that Biscuit ate. Aw, no. But my question is like, is this like a you know, a game plus situation where if I play it a second time through, I will get that anti-magic potion will be there, or is it not? I don't know. The anti-magic potion will be in the game, yes, but you don't need to start a new game. You can reload at any choice you made in the past. Oh. So, oh, this was kickstarted. Oh, I didn't know this was kickstarted. Huh. Nice. Replaying the game
Let's
doesn't.
try this again.
Oh, replaying the game doesn't change the game, but there's lots of subtext that you would pick up on. Right. Okay, well, let's see what happens if I click this button. Oh. You can access the progress map from the menu screen and restart your journey at any checkpoint you have unlocked.
All things truly wicked start from innocence.
Okay, I'm going to save right now because I feel like I should. Let's save. Let's save. Okay. People, look. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to get food right now. I'm going to do it. But I've got to wrap up and say goodbye. I can't just go and leave without saying goodbye. That's rude. The endings can be found in any order, and each reveals a different piece of the mystery. Oh, okay, look. So here's what's going to happen. Point 1. Next week, we have, we have a week before the game, the Overlight starts. So next week, we're gonna play more Wicked Willow. We're gonna see if we can save Valerie, because I can't just leave it like this with Valerie not being saved. We're gonna try to save Valerie next week. That's our goal, and that's what we're gonna do. Next week we're gonna try to save Valerie and see what we can do there. So here's what you need to know. First off, TF Wright, thank you so much for being here and chatting with us. Let's see what we can do for next week. So here's what we got. Yeah, no, but look, we have to save Valerie. Like, we just have to save Valerie. That's a thing that's going to have to happen. We can't just not save Valerie. That's it. Like, that is what we've decided. So I will say that I will be back here on this channel at 10 o'clock. So in an hour, I will be hosting Critical Role. If you all want to watch Critical Role in a really nice chat stream that is not 50,000, 60,000 people strong, come here. Let me tell you what's up for my next scheduling. Tomorrow is Friday. So at 1 p.m., as far as I know, I'll be doing Aether's Walkway over at Love Laugh Lindy. Laugh Love Lindy. At 7 p.m. on this channel here, I will be playing, I'll be running City of Light and Shadow, the French Resistance campaign, and there's a huge cliffhanger, so let's see how it's going to go. This Sunday, I'm not streaming this Sunday. Monday, I will be in 3 o'clock will be the time for the North, a Game of Thrones game over at Encounter Roleplay. And let's see, where are we at? We're right here. Yes. No, I missed something. I missed Saturday. Saturday at noon, I'll be playing The Outer Worlds on my channel. Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern over on Praxagor the Smophoria's channel. I will be in the regiment, and we'll see what kind of trouble I can get into. There's badness there. And then you can see me again here at 6 p.m. next Thursday for another session of Wicked Willow, where we're going to save Valerie. That's it. We're saving Valerie. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's it. Yeah, Anino and I are going to get into trouble. There's trouble right here in River City, and it's the regiment. that's our trouble. So I'm going to go and get some food, and I will see. I want to thank you all for being here, and TF Wright, thank you for being here as well. And I'm going to message you with something. Trouble with a capital H for horses. Yes. Yes. So here's the thing. I am not allowed to be on Discord after Critical Role because I'm going to bed early. That's it. With a capital Willoughby. Oh, that Willoughby. Sorry. Luckily, Prax was not here, so she did not know that I was cursing Willoughby's name, and so we're not going to increase the Willoughby counter. Just so you know, but like that Willoughby. You all are the best. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for the lovely time. And I will. Oh, you know what we should do? We're gonna do a raid. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a raid. We're gonna hit a raid. If you tell her, then she's just gonna add. That's gonna be what happens. It's like that's our life. That is it. Why don't we do? Who can we raid? I want to do a raid before, so that I'm feeling good. I want to share some love, and I did not raid the last couple of times, and so I'm gonna just do a raid, and then I'm gonna get food. I just want you to know it. Who is running right now? Well, let's do Encounter Roleplay. Let's do encounter roleplay. Yeah. No, we're gonna just do the raid, and then, but I'm not gonna stick around. We're just doing the raid, and then I'm gonna get food. We're gonna raid encounter roleplay because they've got that's what we're gonna do. I mean, you can tell her because she'll find it amusing. So this is our raid command. Let's go to encounter roleplay and give them some love, and then I'm gonna get some food. That's what's gonna happen. Something went wrong. No, I think it's fine. I think we're good. I have to stop what I'm doing and respond. You do need to get to bed early. Yeah, I know. It's true. All right, here. We're gonna go and raid. Let's give them some love, and thank you for being here, and I will catch you on the flip side. I'm gonna get some food.